All right, guys, we're back at it again. Episode 97, Third Eye Truth Theorem podcast coming at you one more time with the episode on Wednesday night, June 18, 2025, downtown St. Joseph, Michigan. It's a rainy, gloomy day.
Wow.
Unlike the other days we had in the last week and a half, right, Joe?
That was a lot.
Whoa, what? That wasn't a lot. It's perfect.
That was perfect. I'm not gonna lie.
A hater on the sideline. You mad, so mad. Anyway, guys, I am James Gill, your host. This is Joe Hill, the co-host. We have two special guests tonight, guys. This is a man of many hats, and his wife is with him too.
Yeah.
This week, boy, the sweetheart in the house.
Say what's up, buddy?
Jeremy Red Woodward and Stephanie Woodward is in the house, guys. Welcome to you guys to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Man, thank you.
Thank you for joining us, guys.
Yeah, that a girl.
Yes. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
Yes.
I'm fabulous, man. I'm excited to be here.
You know
Thank
what?
for having me.
When Joe told me you were joining us and you got online when Doug had to cancel, unfortunately. What? That's what I said, Doug.
I thought you said Doug. Sorry.
I said Doug.
Yeah.
Had to cancel and you jumped on and said, I'll join.
Yeah, I've known Doug for many years,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
We're good friends, and like I said,
And I had an opening all of a sudden, so
Yeah, that worked out perfectly.
yeah,
I said,
being
"Fuck
the
it, I'll
alpha
ask."
ginger, I had to jump into position, dude.
He said he jumped on and said, yep, Red's joined. I said, what?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard you guys talk about it. We've been around together for,
Yeah.
many years.
Yes.
And once you started doing this thing and it's blown up like it has, it's been an honor. And
Thank
when
you.
I saw
Appreciate
the
it.
opportunity, I jumped on it.
He's not very red anymore, though.
No, he's
Hey, easy, sir. Neither are you, my man. You're not the same
I'll never
color.
red.
Who's red when I'm
I still have red cheeks.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Nobody's as young as he used to
we
be.
all age beautifully though.
How old are you?
I will be 46 in August.
Yeah.
All
right.
Soon to be
He
birthday.
ain't that
Yep.
old.
Yeah,
They ain't that old, man.
I wear
He
it
ain't
well.
that old.
I'm
ain't old at all,
45.
brother. 45?
Yeah.
How old are you, James?
52.
James must have been stressing you out. That's why you lost all the color.
No,
in your
he was
beard.
always stressed out when he got here.
I
He was already white.
had kids, so
I know how that is.
I had my daughter, and she stressed me out when she moved in with me. So
Yeah, boy, I tell you,
age 14.
life and
No,
relationships and all kinds of shit
was really-
stresses you out.
Yeah.
You spend all that time trying to get him to talk, and then you spend the rest of the time trying to get him to be quiet.
Yeah,
No, mine was always quiet. I was always afraid that she's gonna get into trouble. And
You
then-
guys-
We're gonna get in trouble anyway.
mine never did get in trouble. She
Oh.
was pretty quiet. Though.
she's like a field man. She's like a mouse, man.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it is. She was. She's a good girl.
Yeah.
Now she found her own way, got her own way to college.
She's in
did
college
everything.
now.
Good.
Yeah, she's
deal.
20. So now,
Wow,
yeah, yeah.
absolutely awesome though.
Yeah.
All my kids are graduated.
Man, you're just old.
yeah.
He's just an OG, man.
My son just graduated this year.
You big dummy.
He'll be 19 and
Well, congrats
You
on
big
that.
dummy.
Yeah.
19, and
So-
daughters are all grown.
So Red, we have a big giant helmet on the table. Tell the people why we have a helmet on the
It
table.
looks like he's
Well,
part
I'm
of Halo.
not.
Do you ride a
I'm-
motorcycle?
I'm not a gamer. I don't own a motorcycle. And no, that was me building a race car, man. And I sent it around, local track here. And it was one of the most exhilarating times I've had, man.
What how many years ago was that when you first got into that?
So it's fairly recently that I actually built the race cars, but I've been going to that local track here for
Which one? I mean, what
It is a Hartford Speedway, man.
I basically never been to Hartford Speedway.
Yeah.
Dude, it's awesome.
Pretty
It
fun.
used
It's
to be a
fun
half
place. It's a very fun
Yeah.
place.
It used to
Never
be a
been.
half-mile dirt track. They shortened it to a 3/8 mile, and it's more of a clay track now.
Ah.
And they, on the night of destructions, they try to regulate your speed by keeping it kind of muddy and soupy. You know what I mean? To regulate the speed of inexperienced drivers, first-time drivers like
right.
myself. It was a dirty mess, but dude, I loved it, and I can't wait to do it again, man. That's why I brought the helmet so you guys could see some of the live action.
Dude, I had a feeling you would love something like that. You love the
Adrenaline.
havoc.
Dude, I mean, you
The
guys have
adrenaline,
known
yeah,
me since
yeah.
a long
Yeah.
time. I mean, I've always been one of the people that's been if you're not first, you're last. You know what I mean?
Ricky Bobby on.
yeah, I had to, man. But you know, I had to bring it around, dude. And once I got to go around the track, probably last year, the first race of the year, holding the mattress. Second lap, I told myself, dude, I can do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up out west riding four-wheelers, dirt bikes, you know what I mean? Driving through the loose sand, even trying to rip it down to the pond that nobody knew about. And once we got out there, it's wet, muddy, you know what I mean? Like, Joe, quit it. I see what you're doing over there.
I'm trying to figure out holding the mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
making fun of me for not fitting on a three-wheeler.
No.
No, I wouldn't make fun of you on that one. No. I'm just trying to picture holding the mattress.
So you got to be the driver. You hold with the left hand, you drive with the right hand, and
Yeah.
that's the only race you get a passenger with. And the passenger has to hold with the right hand out the other arm, out the window.
Do they stick shift for you then?
No.
No.
Automatic. Man.
What kind of podcast is this, man?
Joel, that's the
What's in your breast, bro? No, it is exhilarating, man.
I thought I was going to call him out. Good job, man.
It is it's exhilarating, man. I mean, it's definitely a task. I struggled the first lap going around because I'm trying to feel it out. Didn't really know. I'm thinking that over the wheel top would be driving the best way. It's not. It's actually under.
Is it the lower half or
You want to drive underneath the steering wheel as you come into the left and you bring your arm up. You're in control. So if you're on the top and you're this way, your arm is way back and your elbow gets hurt. I mean, that's a chance of risking your shoulder and stuff. But we hit the wall in the second lap.
Yeah.
About 30 miles an hour. It wasn't my fault. I got put in the corner. It's typical racing, but we recuperated and I raced the next 5.5 laps with the alternator keeping the car going. Battery cable came off in the crash, and
You know
the
how
only
hard that is to record.
no pitting?
Nah, there's no pitting.
No
man.
pitting, no nothing.
No.
I didn't know.
It's not NASCAR, it's crash car, bro.
I didn't know.
Right.
Never been out there.
Oh man, it's an experience you guys need to come see.
I've been there once.
July 26th is the next night of destruction. There's fireworks, there's monster trucks, there's chaos, dude. Not only is there a mattress race, there's freaking backwards race, there's a trailer race for cars and trucks.
Yeah.
Dude. What they are after is destruction. The name of the show is
fun.
For fun. Can't deliberately hurt anybody. I mean, obviously there's going to be clanging and banging and crashing and stuff, but dude, it's exhilarating, man. It is.
Adrenaline rush.
Dude, I couldn't even. Saturday we raced. We went to bed late Saturday night. I was up 4.5 hours later, and 5.5 hours later, I was outside in the morning, banging on the race car with my 4-inch wheel grinder, grinding the broken stuff off, trying to fix it so I can get ready for the next race. Like, it's not going to happen that weekend. You know?
Right.
I got 6 weeks before it happens again.
But
dude, the adrenaline thing, man, it's just it's.
What do you win?
There's payouts.
Is it really?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's my first race. I didn't make it there, Joe. Jeez.
I
I didn't get the victory lane. I just got to go around the track.
Did you finish the race?
I completed 7 out of 8 laps.
7. I'll say, hey,
Yeah, first time going around.
Yeah.
first time going around doing 7 out of 8. That is
That's
awesome.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So how much you pay for your car?
So the first car I bought is a '99 Nissan Altima.
What do you mean first car?
Well,
Well,
I-
let's
Yeah, more
I,
than
let's
one
talk-
car, by the way.
we'll
Yes,
we'll get to
more than
that part.
one
That's my
car.
question. Right?
I bought a '99 Nissan Altima and turned it into the first Night of Destruction car, and then I stumbled upon another great deal, and I got an '05 Econoline van.
You have
Oh,
a
you got
van?
a minivan?
It's a full size like work van from where I work
okay,
at.
Okay.
And after the race that Wednesday, we bought a '95 Cherokee Sport Jeep, so I own 2.5
Ooh.
vehicles.
Pretty
So-
big.
I do-
Three
I do have a race
vehicles.
partner. I do have a race partner, and he contributed to the third vehicle. So, and if you guys don't mind me giving a shout
Yeah.
out, man, is
Yeah,
You
no
can
problem,
call
no.
anybody
Yeah.
out, yeah.
Mark Hampton Automotive, man.
Yeah.
He put a lot of welding in and taught me a lot about how to tear apart the car to build it. He taught me a section of welding. Trust me, I am not a welder.
Yeah.
I can build your house, but I can't weld shit. So there's a spot in my car I wish I would have took a picture of when I was welding. I put the helmet down, thought I was cool. GQ. I was like, got the welder, and it's a MIG welder, and I'm doing the thing, and I was like, yeah, it's working. You're doing just what you said. I looked down after I pulled the helmet up, and I just burned a hole in the car. I didn't weld anything.
It's working.
I was like, yes, this is great. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Damn it, why is there a fire?
And that's exactly what happened. The metal piece
Yep.
fell down in the trunk. I had to
Yep.
get the water out. It was a learning experience, man.
Yeah.
It's
Why is
fun.
there a fire going on? Shit.
That's
So-
funny.
Is there rules? Of,
There's minimal rules.
like if you did the Cherokee, if you did that, because that has a
So I know where you're going with this. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
you can't use 4-wheel drive. They recommend no all-wheel drive.
actually I wasn't even thinking about that at all. Actually.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
I was
See
actually
what you did.
no,
Get rid of
actually that's
yourself there,
actually
sir.
that,
No,
that's still a
it's his
good
show.
question. No, it's still a good question though. That's still a good answer on that. I wasn't thinking that way. I was thinking they have a spot for where pretty much you got to hang on to the mattress. You got those bars on top where the mattress slides almost perfectly in between, where it's going to hold it down a little bit more.
So usually on your
Oh,
SUV vehicle,
yeah.
your
Yeah,
SUV
I was thinking
vehicles,
they-
they as long as the mattress lays over the hood, like the ceiling of the car,
Yeah.
that's what they want. They want you to be able to see your arms out, because the
Oh.
part of the race is the mattress race. If you feel you're going to be damaged, or you feel like your arm's going to get crushed, you got to let go. And then if your mattress gets let go by the passenger or the driver, then you're out of the race.
Oh,
That's the rule. So
okay,
it's like
okay.
those bars up there, they
That-
can help.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be
No.
something that's going to
It's
help
not
the
gonna help it,
mattress
yeah.
stay
Yeah,
there.
It's not going to say that.
But
It's
yeah,
all a part of the race.
it's
though, right?
that's what it is. If you
Yeah.
get scared, you let go. That's the destruction, because now your mattress is going to fly off, and the driver can't hold on to it and keep racing.
How
So
fast are you guys going?
So it's kind of hard to watch your speedometer. Trust me, there was 37 cars on the racetrack.
Oh, there's 37.
I started 35th,
Jesus.
and well, there's not always 37. We
Okay.
had a big night, man. My first night was a very big night
Yeah, it was the first night of destruction
for the
First
year.
Oh,
for the
Yeah.
year.
and
He was in it.
didn't
Yeah.
it get canceled the first day? Then so more people.
There was a rain cancellation,
rain.
but
Yep,
that
that's right.
that wasn't the first race that I was going to attend. That was
Oh.
the second to last race in last season,
Oh, okay.
and it got postponed. But so that's what gave me time, and and I did a lot of research, man. And I don't mean to be rude, but I went and talked to a lot of hillbillies, man. It was
Yeah.
like, what do I got to do to make this thing race ready to compete with guys like you? You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
be
you have to
offended,
do-
but I
Yeah.
built houses.
Became one of them.
you have to, yeah, you have
You
to
know, I
do-
built houses, so I started going research and knowledge on to
See
do
what
what
the
I need to do.
competition is
Yeah,
doing,
I
right?
had to.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had to, and I just started falling in love with it, man. I think it's
He's-
the inner redneck came out, bro. I'm sorry, I gotta admit it. The hillbilly is thick with this one, but
The inner red. Then.
yeah, see what I did
Yeah.
there? So I
Like
did that for you.
He was
He's
not
inner-
like
nice,
that.
nice word
You were
play.
not like that.
Yeah.
He's
Nice
all about
wordplay.
going fast. He
Yeah.
thinks fast, look fast.
He makes.
Oh.
And the cool thing
That's
about
awesome.
it, dude, and I haven't given enough credit to it, but I have incorporated the family with it.
Yeah.
We've demoed the cars together. I've took the girls out there and let them smash the windows and
Oh,
and
that's
spray paint the car.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been cool because my kids now they get to feel the excitement that I do, other than being in the race car.
Right,
You
right,
know, they get
right.
to see my passion, and then they love it. And I let them paint the car. My race car has nothing but all of our names all over it. And
I see the colors on it.
yes,
yeah,
and
the
well,
colors.
that's me.
Yeah, yeah.
He only let me spray paint a couple spots.
Just only a
That's
couple
it.
spots.
That's it.
Oh, come on. Your name's on
No,
there.
no, no.
The peace sign
Don't,
is on there.
don't even start.
Yep, I knew it.
You made me pinpointed where I had to spray paint.
But-
That's it.
Oh shit! I've done that. I would do that too. I'm sorry.
But here,
this is
listen,
your
honey.
section right. This is your fender that's gonna come off.
Right
Right.
there.
Well, I
You
let her spray
right
paint.
there.
I let her spray paint a vulnerable area, man. That
Yeah.
could have been one for sponsorship, but I let her put her name there, her initials.
yeah.
That's cool. I really didn't have a choice. She went out there and tagged that. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
So-
my spot.
That's all
What
right.
you're going about 40
So top
Ish.
speed that
ish?
so we're recorded. All right. So this is how it goes. When you go out to Hartford and they see that you're wanting to race and you have a car, they give you a transponder that you have to give your driver's license up for, and you have a transponder little pouch that is tied to your rear axle or somewhere safe that you can keep that thing on there, because that tracks your status, your speed, your starting position, and
Yeah.
where you finish.
Oh, that's cool.
So I didn't know a lot of that, right?
Modern
So I had to
technology.
talk to a lot of people like that and figure out what I'm supposed to do. And here I am out there, inexperienced,
Mhm.
and
First time.
I damn sure ain't the richest racer. So,
Right.
I'm out there like, man, what am I going to do? I'm like, cool. they didn't have any more transponder bags. I give them my driver's license. They give me my thing. They're like, here's a zip tie it and hope it stays to your ride. And I'm like, well, what happens if it don't? They said, well, it's only a $200 fee if you lose it or break it.
Oh, damn.
I'm like, it only cost me $30 to race. I'm like, what's up with this?
Damn.
So needless to say, I went back there, to the HB class and was like, yo, guys, what am I supposed to do? And next thing you know, I got all the HB racers hooking me up with zip ties over wide. They're like, just do this, do that, zip tie it to here, put it on this thing behind this part. And we raced. It never came off.
Damn. So you're
So about to answer Joe's question, I think my top speed was like 45, 46 miles an hour. And that is going left and going left.
Well,
And then going left.
the only reason I asked that is because I'm so me and you are in a car right now.
Yeah.
I'm holding on. You're holding on.
So you're driving?
And no, I'm driving.
I know, but Joe drives slow.
No, I don't. And so we're hanging onto the mattress that keeps on flying up. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to picture how the wind speed.
Yes.
The aerodynamics.
Yeah,
of
the
it.
aerodynamics of a car really does matter a little bit.
That's what goes back into the inner HB class,
Yeah.
man, the hillbilly class. That I
Yeah.
build houses.
Yeah.
I carry
So-
lumber. And the guy that rides with me, he's a mechanic.
So
You know what I mean?
both
So
of
you
you
got to have that
So
grip.
that's
You
what I
gotta
was saying.
pull that mattress down.
You have
And the
really have
key
to have
is
height.
I've got a 99 Nissan Altima. So it's a smaller car,
car, yeah.
but I've got a larger mattress. So it hangs over the car. So
Yeah.
passenger can pull
can
more of
hold
the
it
mattress
more.
on his side.
Yeah.
It gives me a lesser of a grip so I can hold on and keep balance and then turn the car.
Damn, you put some thought into this one.
About 2.5 years, bro.
Wow,
before-
actually, that actually does make sense.
I would
He's trying
rally
to get
him.
me out there.
I would rally him up and be like, "We're going to Night of Destruction." Kids love it. There's monster trucks, fireworks.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a cool time. If you've never been there, honestly, and I ain't trying to promote.
Oh, you can
You know
promote it,
that,
that's
but,
fine.
I mean, it's
You're
cool.
part of it,
It's
you're
cool.
part of it. You can
No,
promote
It's a
it.
good time.
it
It's
is.
a really
It
fun
is.
time.
It
You guys would enjoy
honestly,
yourself.
if they see that this comes across the podcast on the internet or whatever,
Yeah.
I'll probably go into the top fan base, because they have that on Facebook too. I mean, they're cool. But the race photos I showed you guys before we started, man, I never expected that.
Yeah.
I expected some cool photos from my friends in the stands or some videos that
Yeah.
were there. Because I had family and friends there. They had a cheering section.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get some t-shirts, man. If you guys know who makes t-shirts, let me know, dude. 'Cause I
Yeah.
need to get some.
Yeah, I actually.
The
did.
actual
I'll let
race
you know.
team, man, is Red Door Racing, dude.
Red Door Racing.
Red
Yeah,
Door
that's why I
Racing.
started.
I like it. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, it's been a wild run.
That's
Damn.
fun stuff right there. Dude,
It's weird.
I really want to
It's
see this
so
now. I really
I
want
do
to see this
too.
now.
Are we gonna
I
go?
know it's so weird though, because when I met you, we're all about that, and now you're
You're in it.
all about
It's
going
it's-
fast.
and she's
fast.
right. She's right. I was a little
You
more
are.
modest.
No,
I
you're
mean,
all
let's
about.
not lie. I
Wait a
was
minute,
modest.
you're modest?
No,
Use that one.
Yeah, modest
It's
at
all
all.
about saying
That's just the education,
Trash.
sir.
trash racing. This is trash racing.
I mean, that NASCAR, I used to call it
Trash
trash car.
car.
I didn't have anything like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I was the kid that
But-
always grew up with the guys next door that had the cool shit to ride, the
Right.
dirt bikes, and I'd get to
Now
go
look at
ride,
you.
and learn how to ride, but
Look at
my
you now.
parents never bought it.
When's the
You know
next
what I
time?
Yeah.
July
what?
26th.
26.
We gotta
July
remember that.
26th.
We might be doing. I might be doing something that weekend though, but.
That's a good idea, man.
But okay, so here, listen to
we,
this.
We can look that
Here-
up.
here's a better idea, fellas.
Yeah.
July 26th is going to be the next time I send the race cars around. Okay. Regardless of damage, we're going to do it again on September 27th. That is called the Night of Doom. It's the same style of race, but
Night of Doom. I'm already intrigued.
okay, it's the same style of race. It's the crash and bang, mattress race, backwards race, pole race, truck trailer race, car trailer race. Except at the end of it, there's a little extra feature where they throw out some cool things, man. Where it's
Obstacles?
yes, sir.
What?
And there's
Yeah.
the more obstacles on the
They got
track,
some
the
good
more
stuff.
the more destruction, the more chaos. That's what the track's
Sound
after,
like
man.
some Mel Gibson
Mad Max, bro.
shit.
Yeah. Except it's 3/8 mile and we're going in
Oh.
the circle,
Yeah,
baby.
Mad
Right.
Max shit, man.
It's definitely cool, man. I'm glad that I decided to pull the trigger and do it.
Yeah.
It was a scary move, but it takes a lot of time.
Were you nervous the first time you raced?
I'm not even gonna lie, Joe. The first time I was sitting there in the staging area, I started getting a little anxiety, and I'm not a person.
Did you pee your pants?
I made a couple of drops made. I mean, I'm sitting there and I'm holding the mattress and I've got my hand on the steering wheel. I'm trying to figure out where my position's going to be. You know what I mean? What should I do? What should I do? And I'm like, man, I was on the other side of the car last time and I was not even nervous.
Oh,
I wasn't.
I can see that.
I wasn't. I was like, let's
You
send
were
this.
driving. Yeah.
But that's what it was for me in the back of my mind. I'm like, I'm doing this.
Now you're in control.
I'm doing this. This is my car. We're going to send this. You know what I mean? I put all the time. I mean, I did all the demo on the vehicle, you know, to be able to sit here. The reward is coming, right? And we had to sit there for like 15 minutes, man.
Just waiting.
Well, because the guy in front of us was a stunt guy and they jumped a limousine off the monster truck
That was
launch.
really cool. That was
Wait a
really
minute.
cool.
They jumped a limousine.
Yes,
Heard
They
it right,
jumped
Joe.
a
that's
limousine.
what I said. Yeah.
You heard it
That was
right.
really cool.
They jumped a limousine off the monster truck launch onto the track. Okay. It's definitely on Facebook. Anybody can look it up, man. It's pretty cool.
I have a lot of friends that go to that.
Yeah.
stuff.
But the anxiety, man, of just sitting there waiting. The cars are running. Got to make sure the temperature's not getting too hot. Because I mean, we've took a lot of things off of these vehicles to make them fast. You don't want them overheating.
Right.
You don't want oil pressure getting up. So you know what I mean? So turn the car off. And I'm sitting there and then, okay, here he comes. The limousine goes by us. And the guy in the car, he's like, turn it on, man. Because he's the mechanic. He's like, turn it on. Let's get the oil stuff back to where it's at. You know, he's like, turn it off. Turn it off. We're not going yet. I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm like, you're messing with me, dude. I'm like, are we racing? Or are we what? Dude? Quit doing that. So once we actually turn the car back on and everybody's in there, you know, slamming the gas, ween, you know, it's loud. You cut the muffler off behind the Cadillac converter, just right out the end of the motor. So everybody's car is loud.
Loud as fuck.
And as soon as they throw there's a gentleman out there that waves everybody onto the track. And we got to go out there and we got to meet the owner at the backside of the track. Yeah. It's on turn 4. We come into turn 1 and there's a yellow barrier and a white barrier that says that's the starting area, like restaging. It's kind of set up like NASCAR.
Yeah.
So once you hit that area, then you smash the gas and everybody's running.
So what kind of cars are out there? Are they all beaters like yours, or are they? Some of them might be.
You answer this.
You might be like. Are they like everything?
Everything.
Like what? Like
trucks.
I mean,
it's trucks. I mean, it's mainly cars that are yours.
So what she's trying to say is there's SUVs.
Yes.
There's Suburbans. There's trucks. There's
really?
Small compact cars. You can do anything from front wheel drive to all wheel drive vehicles, but they recommend in the rule, you know, you're not running 4-wheel drive or all wheel drive because then it's cheating. You're grabbing extra traction.
Right.
And you can't do that. You want to have a fair advantage for everybody.
You wouldn't think of the cars that were on there. For real. They had Mustangs and
that's what
all types of stuff.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Is it like a Corvette or?
So
yes,
let me get a little more depth into the mattress race.
Yeah.
Like I told you, we hit the wall in the second lap, right? So we get respun around and we get lined up. And as we're going around the track, and I'm starting to feel it, like I showed you guys those videos, I'm starting to pass people. I'm feeling good. There was a car that busted the fuel line. It's completely on fire from underneath. It's got flames coming out of the bottom of the car. He races through 2 corners on fire before they throw the red flag, right? And he stops. And as he stops, he slams into the back of a Geo tracker. He's running like
really?
Yeah.
What about the one that went over?
Over. Yeah, there was a car upside down in turn 3. Okay, and then all this carnage is happening. Yeah, it was a hold on.
Chevy. White. It was white.
It was more like that was the dark car. That was the other race.
Okay.
The mattress race, the car that flipped over was like a it wasn't a Suburban. It was more like a Tahoe. It was a Tahoe.
Yeah.
The Tahoe went over. Upside down in turn 3. Everybody was safe. Everybody was cool. You have to wear a seatbelt. You know what I mean? You can't pull everything out of the car.
Right.
You know what I mean? There still has to be some sort of
safety.
So you don't have to put a roll cage inside of it?
Not for Night of Destruction. Okay. And if you start getting serious, like the classes, like the car I bought, the Nissan, it can actually have a tuner kit put on it. And I can actually go to a Friday night race where I race for points. And I go there every Friday. Like Night of Destruction, there's only 3 races this year for that style of racing.
Yeah.
So I mean it's
something you potentially you might want to be going into.
Well, Joe, the thought is first is let's Let's get all
Yeah.
the feet wet.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
try to get a first place finish.
Like I said,
or even a pole
he wants to
finish.
make
Yeah.
fast look fast. He wants to drive.
I
He
do.
wants
I do.
to drive.
I mean, I put a new exhaust on my truck. I got my mini bike fixed. I mean, everything I can do, it's going fast. It's going fast.
It's loud. It's
we-
loud. They know who is driving around town. It's red.
we
It's
don't
red.
live in the town. We live in Eau Claire, so
Yeah.
it's a village. But
Yeah,
Well,
right.
It's
So-
still a town in my eyes.
It's a
too,
village,
so it's
but
okay.
listen, did I
town,
told you the
whatever.
inner hillbilly
Yes.
stick, dude, and it's
It's a
allowed out
village.
there.
It's a village. And one street rides right through the whole
Yeah,
town.
yeah, yes, sir. We don't even have a stoplight. I'm just saying.
No,
Well,
you're right.
You might as well say that. You might as well say that. He goes in a complete circle. Yeah,
Dude,
you
but
are
it sucks driving through that town when you want to do 35, 40, and
Right,
all of a
you can't,
sudden
man.
you gotta
Hell no.
stop. Oh shit, we're in Eau Claire.
25.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the cop's sitting on top of the hill. He'll flash his lights at you like, dude, you're going too fast.
Yeah,
Don't make
25.
me put my Cheetos down.
I'm in the Dollar General.
You know, right there.
Don't
Yeah.
make me put my Cheetos down.
I just bought this shit.
Yeah, yeah. What the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely cool, man. But like I said, though, to be able to put a tuner on my car and go to a cyberstock class would be probably like a year from now dream.
But still, I mean, it's something that you could move up to.
Yes, sir.
To go do something else.
Yeah, and all it would do is a couple of modifications to. I'd have to have
Yeah.
a roll cage.
Yeah.
You got to put a couple extra safety features in. So some of the base rules that they have out there, like your gas tank has to be in front of the rear axle, no glass around the car, and these
Yeah,
are rules
oh,
for
yeah,
night of destruction.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Windshield is optional, but if you go out there, all the guys that do it, they don't have glass because it's so muddy that your windshield wipers ain't gonna keep up with
And
it.
hence the mud right here,
See?
right?
But yeah, and like I said, I showed you those pictures earlier, and we weld steel bars vertical, and we put chicken wire, chicken fence, or something that's gonna help break up the dirt cloud so you can still see, man.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
If not, like the first race,
I didn't think about that chicken wire. Yeah.
the first race we raced in, I had a mask just like this or helmet, and I had ski goggles. It was open. I didn't have the fold down, and I'm holding the mattress, and we go into turn 3, and here comes this big truck. Wow. Right down there, big dirt clouds right in my face, dude. I can't see a damn thing. I wiped my face off, and now it's just smeared mud. I'm like, shit, I'm
It was
just holding
It was
on.
even worse.
It was worse,
Yeah.
right? So I knew this time. And look, dude, not only is the helmet,
Damn.
it's busted, man. I raced with a broke helmet. A buddy of mine let me borrow it.
Well,
He
that's
cracked.
the first time I've
he-
known that. stuff.
he
Using
crashed
those
on,
welding
he-
skills.
he crashed on a snowmobile. Let me borrow that one.
Just tell.
Welding class
Oh.
101.
Using those
You
welding
can't weld
skills, get that
plastic.
helmet
I
right.
know.
You can't weld plastic.
Well, you can try.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Tack it.
What are
He's
you
like,
gonna
We can hot
do?
glue it.
Yeah.
You know, one of those.
Oh, look at her. Look at her though.
Thanks for letting me know that.
You know,
Like,
you gotta keep some of
yeah.
the
doing those
Till
soldering
we go
irons or
to
something.
Oh,
until we go to Third Eye, honey.
Oh.
That's where you learn it.
Well,
I didn't know that.
what the hell? What if you did hurt yourself? What am I supposed to say? Like,
We made
he
it
was
out.
wearing a helmet. No, he wasn't. He was wearing half of a helmet.
That's
There
okay.
you go.
babe. We-
This is why he didn't
Thanks.
tell you. He didn't want you to worry.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, I didn't. Once it locks in though, and you put it down in the down position, because it's actually a multi helmet for snowmobiling. So you can clip,
after
you can clip the
excuse.
bottom, and that whole thing folds up.
Yeah.
And then you put it down. See it? I gotta make it simple.
excuse
after
excuse.
Yeah,
That's right. She
Oh.
loves her, man. That's all.
I do love you, but
Oh,
heck,
say it, James.
heck,
love. All right.
Yeah, you big dummy.
love, love.
You think so?
All right. So
No.
besides that, we'll change subject a little bit. Besides that, what else do you do? What's your full-time gig that made you pay for all these cars, helmet that's busted, and everything else? So what do you do for a full-time job?
Well, back in the day, you guys know I used to be
Man, he's done so much shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to cook. I used to bartend.
He jumped into everything.
Everything. I used to actually work with James. I used to live
His
next door to
food-
your parents, Joe.
I know,
Man, you
his
guys have
food
known
was
me for a
awesome.
long time.
His
Yeah.
food was awesome. His food was awesome. He could cook.
I know he can.
Yeah.
He's like, taste this.
I know. You know what was bad though, Joe? James fired me.
He said, "No, what happened?"
Hold on. I got a button for
You know
myself.
what happened with that?
I got a
James
button.
fired me.
I love it. I love it. That's perfect. No, we was a good team. We was a good team, and I was still young and rambunctious, and made poor decisions. So
We all were.
Yeah, but
it fired me.
It didn't change our friendship.
No, not at all.
You guys,
Wait,
you
where did
guys
he fire you at?
We were at the boathouse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I had to think
He brought in a cook that said he knew what he was doing, and I was like, "Cool, we're going on the boat." And he didn't know what he was doing. And when I came back to work, he's like, "Dude."
Yeah.
He's like, "We got to have a conversation." I mean, in his Allstate voice, he was like, "We got to have a conversation."
You're not in good hands.
That was perfect. Yeah.
See, I'm not the only one who thinks that. Damn it. Thank God. That makes me feel better.
Allstate is right. the laugh and everything is just right with it.
And dude, if he does his hands like this, they're the same size.
As of the commercial.
No, you're in good hands.
Like, hey, can you put your hands out there and I'll just put the picture of my race car in there? I'll be safe.
Do that.
Yeah, but you can probably fit your race car in his pocket,
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, be his partner.
He's
You
such a
could
giant-
probably hang on better.
Dude,
I'll pull that
wow.
motherfucker.
you'd be able to hold
Like,
the
it's-
middle of the mattress.
I got it, Red. Use both hands.
He's like, "Red, you just drive. I got the mattress."
I hold the whole thing down.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's
Just
perfect.
keep driving. I got it.
I don't know. That when you said Geo Tracker, that really fucked me up when you said Geo Tracker with a mattress on top. Does it have to
That's
be
for Nissan.
does it have to be a
No, my car's a Nissan. There was a Geo
that's
on
what
the
I said.
track.
You said
Yeah.
a Geo on the
Yeah.
track. So does it have to be a queen, a full, or what kind of size mattress?
So that's kind of key on your car though too, because you don't want to have like a queen size mattress and running a Geo Tracker because the mattress you ain't gonna be able to see. It's too heavy.
Too big.
That's what I was thinking. I
Yeah.
said so it depends on size of the
Twin
car.
thighs.
So I got lucky, and I'm gonna throw another one out here.
Kitty bed.
I was on my way to work, and I worked for Panel Area Construction, and I was headed to work, and I was going through Bridgman, and they had their Bridgman cleanup. And as I'm coming through right there by Bridgman School, man, I looked over, and there it was, a little 6-inch thick, like twin size mattress,
Yeah.
and
With
it
the
lay.
light shining down on top
It
of it.
was like,
God.
Yeah, for sure, man. I had to slam. The funny part of the story really is that they were draining the fire hydrants, and I had to turn around, and they're looking at me. They're like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" In my big work van, plastered Panel Area name on the side. I whipped a UE right there, got out, pulled this mattress out of the trash
That's how
pile,
you got that
threw-
mattress from?
threw it in the back of the van.
What the hell?
Learned off that
So third eye.
What the heck?
Third eye, I'm letting all the secrets out to the race. So,
coming out.
Tell me that dirty ass
so maybe next time you
mattress.
guys invite me, I might have to come on myself.
Hell. That's where you got it from.
Hey, you gotta let it out, man.
Yeah.
What the hell? You didn't say that.
But yeah, it was funny. That's where I picked it up, and it worked out because it's actually 2 3-inch foam mattresses in like a sleeve,
Yeah.
like a mattress, cover. It's got a zip.
Wow.
It's got a zipper on the side. So if I
Oh,
really
really?
wanted to be a cheater, I could just undo it and pull one out.
Yeah.
And do that, because a lot of guys use cot mattresses because they're only like 2.5, 3 inches
Right.
thick.
Can you use a futon mattress?
And that's something I thought about. But
Yeah.
I think because of the
They're
thickness and they're
though.
heavy,
But
it would probably be good, but it'd be really hard to hold on to, because the trick in the mattress race is the passenger has to control the mattress when you're into the corner, because the mattress wants to slide and the wind is wanting to pick it up.
Right.
You're coming with all this, and you told me,
man,
why don't you get in
I'm
the
thinking
car
a
with
lot.
me? Hold the freaking mattress.
I'm thinking a lot of stuff.
I'm hearing all of this. You think I can really do that? I don't think so.
So see, I just want to put her in the car so she'll stop
What the
asking
heck?
about it. Send,
No.
send her around one time for 2 laps and she'll be like, "Get me out of this."
I'm tired.
We're pitting.
Tired, I'm
There's no
hurt.
pitting.
What
We're
the hell?
pitting.
Like-
Jump in. You're holding on to it.
I told my family, I said, if you guys can hear me over the race cars when I'm coming around the corner, woohoo! Then it's I'm doing good.
I'll be doing the same thing though. I'll be probably hooting and hollering every time. Yeah, this is fucking awesome.
So I got a cool part of the story. I told you, we went around the track first lap, starting to figure it out. We got put in the wall on the second lap, right? Passenger, man, we hit the wall. Boom, dude. We hit it at like 30 miles an hour, dude. I'm telling you, because I was coming through the corner. And he kind of clipped me in the rear passenger door or driver's side door, put me into the wall. I'm holding the mattress, and the last thing I remember looking up is right before impact. Man, I just had to close my eyes and let go of the steering wheel. We hit, wham. And I looked over at the guy in the passenger seat, Marky, and I'm like, "Dude, are you all right?" He's like, "Yeah, man." I said, you let go of the mattress? He's like, fuck no. I said, are you okay though? He was like, yeah, that was fucking awesome. I said, who the hell says it's awesome hitting the wall at 30 miles an hour? The guys behind us in the yellow flag, they're laughing. They can hear us arguing in the car. It was hilarious, man. We had a good time. I did have a pretty good maneuver coming out of lap 5, going into lap 6, where there was a spin out in front of me and cut the wheel, went high side of the track, went around it, avoided it. It was cool. I had that on video. Yeah, dude. There's once I hit the wall, man, and I figured it out. There's probably a dent in my floorboard for how hard I was pushing the gas pedal down because it's time to send it. The fear was gone.
He's got that run on his car though, by the way.
Interesting.
I
keep coming up with more and more questions in my
car,
head.
So the best analogy I had for you guys when I thought about telling the story about the race and hitting the wall was, remember Talladega Nights?
Yeah.
When Ricky Bobby's on fire and he's got to get over the fear and his dad puts him in the car with the lion.
Yeah.
Or a tiger or leopard or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right. So his dad he's like, there's a fucking leopard in there. After we hit the wall, the leopard was my friend. And we sent that some bitch, dude. You know what I mean? Like it was really, really, really exciulating, man. I don't mean to keep bringing that part up.
No,
it
actually,
cool.
I have a question about you hitting the wall. Actually, in my eyes, right now, you're hitting the wall. How close is the wall to the mattress? Because you still got to hang on to that mattress.
About the distance in my hood, about 6 feet.
Because you still had to hang on the mattress. Because you said if you don't let go of the mattress, you're disqualified.
Yes.
So you still got to hang on the mattress while you're hitting that wall.
I hit the wall, and neither one of us let go of the mattress.
See, you're picturing it, aren't you?
You got to remember this though. He has more of the mattress on his side.
The passenger does.
That's what I'm saying. But he's got to hang on to the mattress. So
still, he can pull his arm inside the car.
But you're hanging on to the mattress, and you're not gonna let go because your first instinct is, oh my god, this wall's getting closer. This wall's getting boom.
But in all actuality,
go say, are you?
No, you remember what he was just telling us.
Hang on, I know.
Listen. He has less. On the mattress.
less mattress,
and the passenger has more. So if you pull his arm inside, to still hold on to that.
Well,
mattress.
we hit the wall head on. We didn't sideswipe.
Oh, okay.
We hit it head on.
That's why.
We hit it head on, and it took out my 4-inch solid steel.
That makes more sense why hanging on the wall.
Right,
but think about this.
You
His
still don't.
adrenaline is so tight. His adrenaline is. He can't let go of that.
No.
He's tight on.
He wants to win.
Well, he might not. His adrenaline might, but the other guy said, "Oh shit,
He's
this
like
wall's
this.
coming."
I can see him.
But the best part about him,
is that
that guy has crashed more vehicles than anybody I know. So, and that's not even on the racetrack. He's been in more accidents. He showed up to my house with a broken nose, bloody, and everything. Like, man, I just crashed my Chevy. Like we got to take you to the hospital. So he was my perfect passenger. I was like, this guy is not scared. So whenever we hit, it didn't matter
at all already.
But it was just hilarious on how we hit the wall, and the guys behind us could hear us sitting there arguing and stuff. We got back to the pits, man, and they were like, dude, you guys are wild, man. For first-time drivers, he was like, we could hear you guys in there bickering and bullshitting and stuff, you know what I mean?
Get through all the things, man.
So what place you ended up in your first race?
30th. I started 35 out of 37 drivers.
Good for you.
And I made it back to 30th. After hitting the wall, had a caution. We had a caution in lap 7, or I would have completed all 8. But my negative terminal, the wire for my negative terminal came off.
But good for you, though. Actually, you didn't end up in last.
Thanks, Joe.
And you didn't end up below where you.
I didn't get first, but I didn't get last.
But you ended and you improved on your spot.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
that's an improvement.
And that's the bug, dude.
So how do you test the polls on who gets the first?
That's no. So a lot of that goes on based on how many times you've been there.
Okay.
The only reason I started in the lower 35 position out of the 37 racers because I've never raced.
Oh.
So guys that have raced and they have scores, they have stats. So that's the only reason I know my position is because at the end of the night, per race, mattress race, trailer race, spectator race,
pole race, moved up, you get
they have a printout at the end of the night based on your transponder. That little thing that I told you we had to zip tied to the car. Yeah. So that tracks everything. And then at the end of the night, that's how I knew where I started, where I finished.
Dude, that would suck if you've been racing there for the whole entire time since the thing started.
Oh, it pisses people off when rookies win. Trust me, it does.
Yeah.
They have zero tolerance for fighting, zero tolerance for violence. You know what I mean? It's friendly, clang and bang.
Really
I guess how would you really judge it? I mean, you got to have a pole race and you got to do it the night before if you really wanted to.
Excuse me. When I say the pole race, I told you this is the HB class. And when I say HB class, it's hillbilly class.
Yeah.
They take a solid monster truck tire and lay it on one side of the track, and they put one on the other side of the track. And the pole race is you start in turn 4 and you take
go
off and
around
you
it.
got to go around that first turn and you got to go 360 degrees around that tire before you go to the next tire and go another 360
That
degrees.
makes more sense. My
And there's-
pole race.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
there's six
I'm telling you,
there's 6 laps.
You guys would have a good time. You really
Oh,
would.
that sounds like so much fun.
And
You guys
it's
could have a
very
whole-
fun.
So that pole race is determines on where also you're
Nope,
at.
that's
I want
just
to
called the
become a
pole
redneck.
race.
No, it's just called pole.
It's just called the pole
They
race.
have different game. They have different ones. It's just not
So it's
pole
not
race
where
and
you're
mattress
at.
race.
Yeah.
It's not where
Sometimes
you're at.
It's not a
Sometimes
placement, Joe.
It's not a
They
replacement.
got a
No, it's not
trailer
a placement.
race. They have
Oh,
a trailer race where you put stuff on the back of a trailer and go around. the
Yeah,
track.
I've seen. I've heard about those. People take pictures of those.
James, I love this. He's got so many questions. The wheels are turning
I
over there, and
know.
he's like, "Nope," but I just keep throwing the hillbilly at him.
Oh,
and he's-
I want to become a redneck. I want to be a
You'll
hillbilly.
love it. You will love
Dude,
it.
we-
I'm
You
telling
could
you.
handle.
Oh,
Listen.
They
man.
have a bus that goes around.
Yeah.
Your
around the
name's not
track,
Bubba.
And they have shooting
No,
fireworks
it's
that go
Jiggler.
on.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on the side of my car.
Yeah.
Right on the side of my car.
You'll
Yeah.
love
Said
it.
it's Jiggler.
Yeah.
They have a school bus that goes around
I
the
told you,
track.
I've known you guys for a long time.
Yeah.
I've got memories too.
You'll enjoy it. We get the kids going the school
Oh,
bus with
Oh,
us.
dude, I would have.
They've
oh,
got monster
man.
truck rides, bro. We could send you guys out there. You guys could get a monster truck ride
Yep.
for $10.
You'll love it. The kids went
I've
on
never
it.
had one.
The kids went on it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
It's
big
really
on that
fun.
one, though.
Yeah, I can
You'll
imagine
enjoy
it would be. I,
Didn't like it.
dude,
I
that sounds
thought it
like
was
so
funny.
much.
I mean,
fun.
you're not
It is.
jumping or nothing like that. He goes over hills and berms
Yeah.
and he punches it and stuff.
Yeah,
It's,
I did one in Chicago with Bigfoot. To be honest.
Okay.
And I thought it was going to be a little more like crushing of the car. The car's
Oh,
already
they did that.
crushed.
Yeah,
The
he
cars
goes
are
over it slow.
crushed. Yeah, and they went.
It's a safety ride.
Joe's soul was crushed.
It was.
That
It
was a
was.
crushing car.
He thought he was going to
Yeah.
be the next grave digger in the back seat.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would have been awesome if I was great there because it always flips over. Yeah, dude, that would have been awesome. But I
Yeah.
actually, it's more intriguing. The more you talk about it, more I actually Night Destruction always sounds fun to me now because I see
It's
it on
really
Facebook.
fun.
I see a lot of my friends going to it. Night Destruction, you need to go to it. I went,
I want to be a hillbilly now.
You should.
I don't want to be hillbilly.
Dude,
be a
Oh, I do.
hillbilly.
Look,
Can you bring beer on that?
You
Yes,
can bring
you
a
can.
14-inch cooler
Yeah.
with
14.
beer, no glass.
Beer.
You can bring booze, no glass.
No glass.
do
No
we
glass.
Have fun.
Oh, we
Have
can-
fun.
we can
You'll
do
have
this.
fun.
But listen, man. You know,
We can
I
do this.
can't guarantee anything, but I do know Tim and Leah Dibble, the track owners,
Yeah.
and you know,
Oh,
maybe
wait,
future we could throw a little third eye out there
Yeah.
or something, man.
maybe, yeah, he was thinking like
You-
I was on that one.
They have
Get on
they
my
have
good break.
VIP booths. You know what I mean? There could be a spot to put all the stuff up there, so you're not collecting any dirt and being safe. You know, it'd be something we could
Now I
look
gotta
into.
find a
fellas.
helmet that's big enough for my head.
That's going to be hard, sir. You're gonna-
Please.
You know,
Ooh.
weld one for me?
You're gonna. I don't fabricate helmets. I mean, but we could probably call the
Dude, he
Allstate
can't
people.
weld. He made a hole in his
Yeah,
car.
no.
That's what
My
I
helmet
want.
don't even look. My helmet's
That's what I
Yeah.
want.
He might put a hole in the
Yeah,
helmet.
I came out here trying to get sponsored, looking for a helmet.
Wait a minute.
Definitely a big head.
Yes, I
right?
do. I have a huge head, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, easy. Are you flirting with her
We-
or what?
I'm not flexing or nothing.
We could actually.
So
What-
calm down. I heard just
Really, what
realize
are
what
you
you
trying
said.
to do?
No, I'm a
What
smart
time
ass.
is
You
it?
know
What
that.
time is it? Really?
It's only been
It's not
20
that
minutes.
Ooh,
late.
that's awesome.
What the
44
hell?
minutes actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Told you.
Wow, this
they said
hour's
it goes
almost up.
quick. They said it goes quick.
Almost into our second hour.
Actually, that's like actually a good idea.
What?
I could actually.
Weld a
shoot a
helmet
shot-
from?
No, no. Fuck that.
Yeah. You
Shoot a
teach me how
shot-
to weld plastic. We're gonna be good.
Yeah.
Shoot a shout out to
Weld them a
them.
helmet.
Shoot a shout out to them because actually I even know the owners too.
Okay.
Like I said though,
My
man,
family
they
does.
they
My
have
family does actually.
VIP booths, man, that are
Yeah.
enclosed and they have AC and stuff. You know what I mean?
I want to be out in the mix, man. I want to be in the
Well, I mean, if you're gonna do a show from there, there's one
Yeah,
thing,
that's
but
yeah, well,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna let your inner hillbilly out, dude, I'll
That's
say
what I
you.
was
I want to be right
thinking.
next to the mud.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Get a mic.
thinking.
Let's get a mic and just walk around with it.
Damn, that's what
Yeah,
I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
You could do that.
I got my mics you can clip on and
There you
have
go.
somebody
Do
follow
it.
Yeah,
the
we're doing
camera.
two. We're gonna be
you
doing
enjoy it.
two live.
What do you mean?
remotes.
You got
You
like
probably- you
Bluetooth,
guys
you
would enjoy
know,
it.
portable mics.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'll put your ass in the car.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Well,
Slow down.
Look, we'll get a
James, you
GoPro
hold
and
a
put it on your
mattress.
put it on your
Hold a
headphones.
mattress.
Sorry,
Put a
Red,
microphone-
I like
Hold a
on the
mattress with
mattress.
it and get in there.
No, I'm not.
should.
I'm not getting
You
on
really
the mattress.
No, you should
No.
hold
No,
it.
but it
In,
is.
I'll hold
in the
I'll
car
hold
and hold the
mattress,
mattress.
You should. You
I'm
have
gonna
your
put a
little mic
GoPro on
there.
you.
Well, you
Yeah.
should.
And a GoPro on the helmet.
No,
Yeah.
on your chest.
That
Well,
would be
as,
fun.
dude,
That
as
would
big
be
as you
really
are, it'd
fun.
have to be on your
Yeah, it's
chest.
gonna be
I
on
got
your
a 99
chest.
Nissan Altima.
Yeah,
bro.
I'll be like,
We're gonna have to put a dent in the
Just
roof like Harry and the
Sasquatch
Hendersons.
that
I'll be like Hightower and Police Academy. Tear the seat out.
He's gonna be
sit
standing in the back seat.
Yeah, Harry and Anderson's.
We'll have to tear the seat up so you can sit
I'll
on
be
the
sitting in
floor.
the back. Yeah. Rick, keep going.
Actually, I would go to that and watch you be in the car.
I'll do it, man. I'll
That'd
do it.
be
Dude,
fun.
anybody that's been
That'd be
here
really
saw
cool.
that you were going to ride with me in Hartford, dude, they'd
Oh.
come.
I'll do it.
Dude,
There wouldn't be an ass in the
dude,
seat in
that
that
would
stands,
be-
dude.
You're definitely gonna be the third eye on that one. There's James going around. Oh, he's hitting the wall.
Hey, you don't
Hang
put
on
that
to it.
juju on us.
Yeah,
We ain't
yeah,
hitting no
don't do that.
wall.
Yeah, don't do that.
We're trying to
man.
finish all 8
No,
laps.
we're trying to go first, man. You
Yeah.
hit first, you last.
I said
And
that in the beginning. Ricky
They want to
Bobby.
make
second
Chance look
base.
fast.
That's right. Well, see, that's the theory for me and my buddy, because I told you we bought that Jeep.
Yeah.
Trying to
Oh.
shake and bake out there. We got more guys on your team. Nobody's gonna get a
Bacon,
place.
bake. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I put a lot of hillbilly thought into this, dude.
You
I'm telling
you can have another car on that.
But you
you.
can
Dude, I told you.
you can have multiple cars.
You
It's
have multiple
red,
cars?
It's Red Door Racing, dude.
You can have multiple cars.
Can we have one?
Yeah, buy it.
Yeah,
We'll race under your name.
That's fine. Let's
Well,
do it.
They could.
You
yeah.
hang on to one, I hang
Yeah,
on to one
you
side,
should.
and we'll have GoPro.
All right.
Put your logo
I'm
on it.
down.
And then I
You
know
can
the
put
next
your-
podcast will be like, that
put
son of
your
a bitch we
logo
had
on
in
it.
97 put us into the wall.
You're getting a small ass car. You get
No, he's got it.
we get a Volkswagen Golf.
No, we're gonna get
Where you got to crawl in the passenger side. I remember that.
No, we gotta have one of his. Which one would you want? The
Oh, I'd let you guys drive the
Jeep?
van.
the Jeep or the van?
No,
You
I'm
can fit in the Jeep.
no, I'm getting the car of my own, and you put that motherfucker together.
Are you sure you're
You want to do your
I'm
own?
alarmed.
He is not gonna be able to fit in the car.
You want to do
Yeah.
your own car?
You ever
No,
seen
no,
me in a
no.
Volkswagen
Listen,
Golf?
the doors
And that
don't
was 15
open.
years ago, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, those
Wait a
doors
minute.
don't open. You gotta go.
They're
through
welded
the
shut,
window.
bro.
You
You
gotta go
Okay,
through the
fine. I gotta
window.
go through the window.
Dukes of
Yeah.
Hazzard.
Dude, it's a hazard style. That's
You are
awesome.
Sasquatch.
even
You're not gonna be
better.
able
That's
to
even
fit,
better.
James.
Give me some Astroglide on the windows.
Look, the
No,
best part is,
That's not gonna work.
as tall as you are, you'll be able to step in. I need a ladder to get in the damn car.
You're gonna
My leg
go-
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
Day.
You're gonna go head
That's
first.
messed up, man. You know what? That's it. You're not racing Day Day is.
Damn, come on, man. I don't slide right into it, man.
No, you're good. We'll put you in the back window and you can sit up
Right.
front.
Yeah, come in the back with the hatch.
You gotta
That would
put
be
it.
kind of cool to
You gotta
see.
put him in
You
head
got you
first.
two in the car though,
Yeah, it's like David
Oh.
and Goliath.
Yeah. Go ahead.
with the car.
Go ahead.
But see, that's good because you want to wait on that side because we're going to be turning into that corner. And a lot of those racers have Cambrian tires.
We have a victim.
Dude, that's
Yep.
why I say, hey, go to the bathroom. All right.
I knew it wasn't going to last.
Oh, you.
That's all right. It's all right. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
It's
You
everybody.
know where it's at, right? Go down to the left.
Nope. She'll be back in a
Then
minute.
to the
So
right.
where is that?
At the end of,
To the right.
Yes.
you'll see the sign.
Another one has to bite the dust.
Yeah. I warned them. I warned her.
No, this is awesome though,
48
man. I am
28 minutes into it.
really
It's not
really
bad.
proud to be here, man. This is really cool, dude.
Yeah.
I'm proud of hearing your story about this. This is actually a fucking awesome show.
It
It is. It's intriguing because you're telling a story about you. You're telling a story about the track and everything else that you made fun of at the very beginning of it,
I did.
and then you felt it, and now you love it, and now you have 3 cars that you can put into it if you get drivers.
It's kind of like your first music experience when you go to that first concert and you're like, man, I like these guys on the radio, and then you go see them live and you're like,
That damn mind is blown.
that was the shit, you
Yeah.
know. My first concert was Cypress Hill and George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars, and I wasn't even cool into rap. You
Wait
know
a
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Cypress Hill and George Clinton.
in the P-Funk All-Stars. bro.
Yeah,
And
really?
And 99 in Mesa Amphitheater in Arizona.
Yep.
Shit, that's
Yep.
actually a good fucking concert.
It was, dude. It was really cool. But I mean, the same
Wow.
same scenario. When I went out there and I was like, wow, I've never seen anything like that. The
See, I-
performance. It even rained a little bit, and they still had guys dancing on the top of the speaker sets.
No, no
I
shit.
really thought you were gonna say Cypress Hill, but
Where are you going with this, Joe?
no, I really thought Cypress Hill because back in
something
90,
behind
you said
this
nine,
saying.
you said
Yeah, there
no,
was.
you said
That
99.
Keisha.
Or if I really wanted to pick on you, I would say insane clown posse. But
Yeah, that's not so much. That's just the style I was rocking, I guess.
Yeah. You had the big
Yeah.
pants, and then yeah.
Yeah, I was a skater
Great.
dude when I first came around. I had the long
when you
sleeve.
first came around,
When
yeah.
you got
Yeah,
back from Arizona, when you came back to Michigan.
That would have been I
Oh.
graduated 99 out there.
2000s.
I went to
That's when I first met you.
college, and it was probably 2001, 2002. I came back
2000, yeah.
Yep.
I was right.
right
That's-
around there.
Yeah.
That's when I got to meet you.
Well, the thing
get
about
that.
you is that you've been around my family for a
Yeah,
long time.
for a long time,
You've known
yeah.
a lot of my cousins and
Yeah.
everybody like that, and it's
Yeah.
been cool.
Yeah, I have too. That's the weirdest
Yeah.
thing. I didn't find out who your cousins were until I really got to get to know you a little bit more. And went, dude, she said, this is my cousin. I went, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Because they were always
me and
talking
Joe
about
met in a different circle of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that smaller circle became the bigger circle that we all know. You
Yeah.
know?
Actually, I didn't mean in a bigger circle. I met your cousins through everybody else because what I was doing in my life at DJing and everything else.
Right.
And then I hung out with all them. And so, yeah, then I met you when you came back. And actually, I still always remember the second time I ever met you was Halloween.
I knew it was going to come up.
it.
I knew it.
It was
But that's
Halloween.
okay. I'm
That's
down
Halloween.
with it. I'm down with it because I'm proud with
Yeah.
it.
I remember that costume too.
It was Halloween. I'm not going to mention the costume. I think it was just Halloween.
Oh, you can throw it out.
Oh,
There ain't
dude.
no shame in the
Oh,
game. You asked me at the beginning of this show if there's nothing we
You
can't
caught me
talk
off guard.
about.
You caught me off guard with that one. I'm like,
No, listen, I remember a time
Were
too
you-
where you're going with us
Were you at the?
I had a Halloween party
at your house.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I was going to bring up. I was
And
one of
he
the
was there.
last
Same
contestants to
costume?
show
Yeah,
up.
and he won.
Same costume?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
won.
Same costume?
Yep.
Yeah, same costume. He won.
Well, you got to remember which time this was. I did this like 9 times.
You did.
You've done that 9 times.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah, he won.
Cop,
He won.
firefighter, nurse, Christina Aguilera,
Yeah,
Britney
Yeah.
Spears.
Britney Spears
was
when he came in. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Redheaded slutty cop.
He
I wasn't arrested. I won a Halloween costume.
did it. He had the schoolgirl
people
outfit.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
And people always wonder
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the firefighter.
because the funny always wins.
Funny always wins.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was the I totally forgot
But
about
that was probably the second time that I ever met you. The first time was when I was hanging out with all your cousins and everything else. So,
Yeah, I was probably an asshole then.
oh, you're never an asshole.
Always.
You're never.
Hey,
an
well, welcome back, Mrs.
Hey.
Whisper.
asshole. Hey, we can't hear you.
You got to put the headset back on.
Why,
Yeah.
why are you whispering? We can hear you while you whisper.
And
still.
and everybody
And
already
you can't
knows
hear
that
us
anyway.
talk shit to you right now. But it's okay. Now you can hear us.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, no, now you can.
Well, even with my headphones off, I know you're talking
Yeah.
shit.
It's just a little clear now.
It kind of reminds me of a
More
place we all used to
clear.
hang out at.
Which place? We were having a lot of
Ours,
places.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember the time that James came back into work there, and we were sitting there hanging out, and we had just had our oldest daughter, Ivy. And I was like, "What's up, man? You look like you're in a rush." He was like, "Dude," he's like, "Give me 5, man." He comes back. He's like, "Here's your drinks, this, and this." He's like, "You ain't gonna believe it." He's like, "We just got back from Kalamazoo." I was like, "Oh yeah, what'd you do?" He's like, "Man, I gotta give me a minute. I'll tell you." He comes back after taking care of his business, and he starts telling us a story about how he politely borrowed a car. And
Yeah.
Like Kalamazoo night.
yes, for that night.
Yeah,
I still doesn't know about that.
yeah.
Well, thanks for busting out. I wasn't saying no names.
Why? No, because we already we
No,
said
no,
it twice already.
Dude, no. Yeah, Tom. It was what's
You
it?
and Marshall.
Me and
It was
Marshall.
you and Marshall.
Yeah.
Yo, Marshall.
So me and Marshall snuck out.
Yeah.
We were doing business. We were at Kalamazoo.
You were
we were doing
You were working up
what was it, Reggae Fest?
Yeah,
it was a Reggae
Reggae
Fest.
You guys are doing
Yeah,
something up
yeah,
there.
we're
You were
doing reggae.
sponsoring some stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know,
But I was like, I'm gonna go home for a minute. And I was like, Marshall, let's go back home tonight. And he's like, man, we're gonna get caught. I said, dude, shut up. I said, let's go. I'm leaving tonight. Either you going in or not. I said, no, dude, I'm scared. I said, Marshall, we ain't gonna get caught.
we're going and we're coming back.
Yeah, we're coming back in the morning. Dude, we left. And when he was like, we're gonna get caught. I said, shut the fuck up, man. We're gonna not getting caught. I'm gonna pick you up early in the morning. We're gonna hit back. We got back that morning, and it's like 5 minutes later, boss comes knocking on the door.
Yep.
Dude is in his fucking underwear in the hallway at a hotel,
He says,
scratching his belly, saying, You guys are up already? I said, yeah.
So yeah, we're
ready to
do
go to
this.
work. We just got back that morning.
And that was in Kalamazoo, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
you guys came back to St. Joe and then went back to Kalamazoo, right?
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
I remember that
It
story.
was funny. It was funny as hell. That's funny.
That was a good times, man. Told you.
What you doing?
I'm texting.
Text his girlfriend.
No, I'm texting Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Phil.
He's texting Tom. He was snitching.
No, I'm texting.
Tom. Turn on YouTube
No,
right now.
He said, get on the podcast.
No,
No,
right now.
he just says he's got ribs for sale up in here.
Look.
Yeah, Flip.
Right.
I said I wish I could.
And that's on my ribs.
Ribs.
Yeah, he's a.
Yeah, dude, I wish I could.
I
I
work
want
with. He mixes like steam like smokes his own ribs and stuff like that.
Oh, very nice.
Really good stuff.
Oh
Really
yeah.
good stuff.
Nice.
Good food.
He always wants me to buy some. Every time it's always an off week for me.
Oh, it's yeah.
It's an off week.
It's like last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish it was
Coming
last
down for a
week.
slab.
I know.
He makes the whole slab
Nice.
of ribs and he
Right.
smokes them and everything. And
Nice.
it's really
Sounds
good. It's good stuff. Good food.
I keep telling him I wish I
He
could.
makes some good potato salad.
Really?
That shit is off the hook.
Smoked?
No, I don't know what his recipe is, but
Who
I
is
tried-
this? Who is it?
it's a guy I work with at Sandbar,
Okay.
and he does it at home, and he makes all kinds of stuff. dude.
Talk
Okay.
about your ribs.
Does he like cater or
Why are you on the phone? Get off the phone and do the podcast.
does he cater?
I'm
or...
texting him
No,
right
he-
now.
he
So
does
talking
it.
about
He
your
just
ribs
does
on
it
the,
at
on
his
the
own
podcast.
house. He
No,
makes
that's
his own
cool.
smoker.
Yeah, we're talking about your ribs on the podcast, so that's what I told him.
I make some good tater salad.
You say tater?
Yeah,
Some tater
Tater?
salad.
yeah,
Did he build his own
That's a
smoker or what?
yeah. He built his
Yeah,
own
you build those
smoker.
smoker. Yeah.
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 This dude-
I keep
he's a
talking.
good cook.
He's
Good.
messaging me saying,
Yeah.
I said, I'm talking about your ribs on
Looking
the
for
podcast.
somebody to go to
Actually, his
some
food
good
is good.
food.
I
Yeah,
know
it's,
his food, yeah.
he makes like these. Dude, I don't see. Tom is one of the guys that will let you explore your options as far as making money.
He does.
That sounded
actually,
weird, didn't it?
Yeah,
Shut up.
yes, it did.
No,
Shut the fuck up,
Dude,
I just laugh because I've seen a lot of exploration out of that guy.
yeah.
Oh, damn. I didn't think about that shit.
I love
Cheers.
the fact. Yeah, cheers, man. Hey,
that one.
hey, and I love his style, man.
Right,
Sometimes he's
right,
got half the
right.
shirt tucked in, so he does.
Right.
Yeah, cheers, man. This is awesome. I love it.
That's funny shit. I didn't think about that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, he lets them. He sells to customers too. I mean, he'll tell them, "Hey, I'm making this and this," and people will sign up for it and buy it.
I mean, ever
Little
since
side hustle.
I've been around the area, he's always been well known. He's always taken care of everybody.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, he's always very friendly too.
Yeah.
So
He's a good guy.
Yeah, but look, yeah, he was just that messaging me, but he's one phenomenal cook too. He reminds me of you.
Really
almost.
good too, man. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong,
he
man.
I'm saying he reminds
I've
me
never
of you.
really dabbled into the smoking and stuff, but
No,
I mean,
but-
put me on the grill. You know, what I mean, I
Yeah.
got it.
Dude,
Dude, I
good.
created the
He's pretty
ooh
good.
juice
Yeah.
at the boathouse, remember?
That stuff was awesome, though.
Dude, and it was funny because all it was a 7 seasoning blend, and you could literally watch people take a bite of their hamburger
Yeah.
and pull it back and go,
Damn.
ooh. And that's where
What
and
the
that's
hell
where me
you
and
did
Ron
that?
that's where-
Oh damn! Oh, sorry, man.
all the secrets are coming out. Hell
No,
yeah.
he called himself out on that one.
No, you guys put me in the position to say that I could cook.
Yeah,
Say you
no,
didn't do that at
know.
home.
I knew you could cook,
Damn.
but
I could do
you
that
have
again.
not
That's
gone
awesome.
to that.
Dude, I love this show. I hit my button more often.
blend.
It was, man. I mean,
Yeah,
you could literally watch people
Give
pull
me
it.
some good
French-
blend, but not no 7 seasoning blend.
I told you you're not supposed to brag about that on the air.
Hey, that's all right. Though. It's a good blend.
I love you too.
You know what?
Born.
Perfect.
Oh shit!
Top of the hour.
Oh shit!
Top of the hour.
No, it was a good time cooking over there, man. It was definitely experience too, because I never cooked like that before.
Right.
And do you remember when we had the dinghy run, the
Oh
poker
yeah,
dinghy run,
yeah,
and when Ronell cut his finger off,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I had to hold down the kitchen by myself?
Yeah, you heal. Yeah,
Dude,
you
What
did
we-
all-
the hell?
We still did like $2,500 in that 1 hour, dude.
Yeah.
And it was there was literally so much grease on the floor that I was skating around the
sliding.
kitchen,
This
just sliding.
Azar?
A
Who
sample.
is that?
This
That's about
yeah,
a full house.
This is way before we met, honey.
Boathouse.
Oh,
at the boathouse.
Way before
Yep.
Wingman, huh?
I was
That's
being a
the
good boy
ooh,
cooking.
juice.
Good boy. Good
That ooh,
boy.
ooh.
Good boy. You
All
were
right,
never
guys.
a good boy.
Sorry, man.
I can handle it. It's cool. She
No,
knows.
it's all right. I can handle him.
All right, guys. We're at the top of the hour. Third Eye Truth Theorem podcast coming at you live with episode 97. Yes, that's a long 3 away from 100, guys. We're gonna be doing our live episode down there at what is it, Nardos?
The old Czars, right?
Do a lot, yeah. The
The
old
old
Czars,
Czars,
yeah.
where
We're gonna
the-
do a live
It's
audience.
where
At least try to
this
do a live
started,
audience
where this started the idea.
and see
Where it
what
was
people.
born, right?
Yeah, that's where the concept was created.
Because you didn't want to work no more and couldn't get rid of Joe, right?
Joe's always gonna be on my hip. We like joint
Right.
twins.
I know. It's
We're
been cool.
brother from another mother.
That's right.
And if you guys watching on YouTube tonight, guys, please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get more content when we put it out every Monday, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. And we're getting back to the episode, guys. All right,
All
guys.
right, get back to the episode.
Second hour.
So my question is actually, it's going to bring you involved on this. Where did you two meet? Since she's on the show, I got to ask
That's
this
a question for you to answer.
Oh,
For me to answer, I
love
can't answer
love.
that question.
No, for the wife.
Do you know where Hog Bash was at in Hartford?
Yeah, we were supposed to have Ducky on, but he couldn't talk about it.
Well, Duck wasn't involved
Yeah, I
in
know.
this.
yeah. I know about all that.
It's because he's not the alpha ginger.
Well, my brothers was in a band named Jefferson Hill called
Yep.
J. Hill
Hill.
Sucks.
Oh,
Yep.
Who's
Remember
your
that.
brother?
Rhino, Randall.
Really?
Both my brothers were. They're both my brothers. Brian was a singer,
Yeah.
and Randy was the lead guitarist. And they both sang there at Hog Bash. They're all
Yes.
jamming out,
Yes, they did.
and I stayed the night there. And I went around and did my little thing on my little golf cart.
You had a golf cart?
I was a friend. She
Well,
had a
you-
golf cart.
No, hold on. You guys
I
know
did driving.
Trista from Jimmy John's. She had the golf cart.
Yeah, Trista, yeah.
And she had no clue on how to drive.
That's-
anything
and
with the steering
that's
wheel.
my
I
And
family.
trusted her.
That's
I
my
trusted
family. guys.
Trista
Yeah, I know.
with the golf cart, but I
So
found him.
wait a minute. It was because of Trista's golf cart you followed him?
No,
Well,
found,
they
we
were
driving
found.
around.
Oh,
we were
found.
driving around.
I was out there partying. I had my own Jeep, and we were out there, getting Hog Bash music
Yeah.
and the festival, and
Have a good time.
doing the good time
Trista
thing.
seen
And
him, and
they pulled in
he
to see
came-
what I was
yeah.
up to. I jumped on the golf cart. We went for a ride. Didn't see him for a while. I went back to hanging out with the boys, doing the metal thing.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we were kind of camped around the same site. And I went back because, I probably had too many red Solo cups and went back to my Jeep for a little while. Next thing you know, when I got up, I saw him riding on the golf cart again. I was like, yo, what's up? Let me get back on the golf
That's
cart.
before you got hurt.
And it was raining a little bit.
Mm.
We were riding on the golf cart, and there was a chick tied to another golf cart surfing on a satellite dish off of a metal cable.
It was-
Seriously?
It
I
was
am
Hog
not
Bash
fucking making
is
this.
finest.
It
I am not making this up. I told you the
she was
hillbilly
on
is
the
thick,
wire.
bro.
The
So-
wire was like
Right. So we pull up to this garage because it's raining. It's like a pole barn. And this chick is on her fucking satellite. She back of the golf cart. She pulls up, gets out, they run in. Well, we pull up behind them, and I let her off the golf cart first. Trista comes running off. Me and her both trip over the cable.
that's how we
I got my beer. I didn't spill my beer.
Oh, it's in the mud.
I didn't spill my beer. I hurt my elbow, and she doctored it up. And after that, I ain't let her go.
I was like, do you need to help you out? And
Yeah.
then
So it was flirtatious.
Oh.
It was fun. But then
he's all
a
like,
few
you already know. Yeah, right
a
there.
few weeks later, whatever, there was a show at Mickey's, and her brothers were there performing again. So she come to see her brothers, and lo and behold, who was holding down the bar stool? It was me. And she came in, and she ain't never left my side since.
Love at first sight almost.
No, it was kind of more of an annoyance. We sat there and made fun of people, talk shit.
Yeah.
That's
It was
actually
red, but
Yeah, I know,
then
it's all
I
right.
was like,
that is awesome actually.
I called him his first name, his government name.
It's all right. They know it. You can say it.
Yeah, we all know it. It's okay. Why are you whispering? We can still hear you.
No, it really is weird. I feel like we're at home and the lights are off.
So when you're in trouble with her, does she call you by your full name?
Oh, no. That's a 4-letter name.
Oh, you mean like dick or?
Yeah, that's pretty much, sometimes I deserve it,
Actually, I was thinking something totally different than dick. Oh my god, I was thinking asshole or fucker.
4 letter.
No,
that four
no,
letter.
Fuck. Asshole.
no. It's just like
The assholes.
I know.
no. It's really like quit being a dick.
You guys know I'm a bona fide smart ass.
Yeah.
It's hard to deal with me sometimes, and I give her credit, dude. I do. I push her to the limit sometimes.
So
But
that's how you guys met, is from Hog Bash, though.
Yep.
Then
Hogbash.
then the next couple weeks,
there was
It was really like a. It was like a.
they were throwing a show at
I
Mickey's,
went
a
to
heavy
it.
metal show, and
you're
they
awesome.
were,
to
You're
it.
awesome family. God
I
bless
went-
his, God bless his soul.
I went
Yep.
with
Yes.
my
Thank
brothers
you.
No,
to their
God bless his
concert.
Yeah, thank you.
I rode with them, and I was at the bar. Was walking around, and there he was with my brother.
she had her hair all curled up. She had a nice shirt on.
Yeah.
Too, boy. I remember she was all
You
flamboyant.
remember the night too, and everything. Look at
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Look at
She
you.
was
That's
all
awesome.
flamboyant, dude.
too.
She was
I
all
was like-
flamboyant. She
I
didn't
was
know
like-
she was looking for me,
I
but
was
she
like,
was looking for
"Thank
something.
Reenactment.
That's how it was right there. She goes, "Hey," I was like,
It's a
"Yeah, have a seat.
reenactment.
You want a drink?"
I said it's
She
cute.
ain't stopped bothering me since.
You
So-
know you love it.
So how'd you propose?
Oh well,
On
again,
Christmas.
I was fucking with her.
He always fucks with me
Yeah,
all the time.
I was.
dude.
I told her there was an extra Christmas present in the tree, and she had to look for this green
It took
triangle
me
thing.
10 minutes to find it. And
We-
there was nothing there.
10
So,
minutes.
let me back this up. We were at her parents' house, and your dad had already passed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad had passed, and so we were there. It was just the brothers, and we had our oldest. She was really young. It was Christmas morning, and the only person that knew was her older brother because dad had passed. So
Okay, yeah, you got
I showed him, and
got the permission.
I got the permission from him. Yep.
Good for you. I
And,
appreciate
you
that.
know,
I
I did.
appreciate that.
I did.
That's
I
respect.
thought that was right.
Yeah. It is.
So again, on Christmas morning, we're there. Everybody opens the gifts. The brothers go back upstairs because they was out late last, and they
Yeah.
went back up to go to bed. And I told her, I was like, "Man, you got one more present in the tree." I said, "It's a little triangle green box." I said, "I stuck it somewhere in there. You got to find it. It's hard."
And it's green on top of a green
Yeah,
tree.
yeah, right. Because I had the
Exactly.
ring box in my damn
Exactly.
pajama pants
Yeah.
all fucking night.
It's an option.
Right, so
Yeah,
this is
it's a
I gotta-
version.
I got to fight to
everywhere.
get this thing out of my pocket, right?
So while she's looking,
Right, and and my
Yes,
mother-in-law
yes.
sitting in the recliner over there watching,
Oh,
and she's looking at Steph. She's like, "Keep going, honey."
She said that.
And I'm trying not to let her know. And then I finally
Look all around it.
I finally get the box out of my pocket. You know what I mean? And I get down on
So
one
you had
knee.
it in your pocket.
I get
Yeah,
down
that's
on
a-
one knee, and
give her
mother-in-law.
give the diversion,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I thought it was really in the
you need
tree.
the diversion.
Sorry.
You gotta have
You did
distraction.
Sorry, I thought it was in the
big
tree.
dummy. You big dummy.
See, he would have been looking too, you big dummy.
Let me help you.
Didn't mom say?
I would have
So-
put it in the tree,
What'd
honestly.
she say?
Right. So this is what happens, man. I get the box out and I jump down to one knee, and my mother-in-law's like, "Oh Lord, oh Lord,
jeez.
oh Lord," and she's like, "What? What's the matter?
I
What's
can't
wrong?"
find it.
She's like, "I can't find it. I'm looking," and she's like, "Oh Lord," and Steph turns around, and I'm like, "What?" And these are the most romantic words that came out of my mouth. "So will you marry me or what?"
Oh, yeah.
That's a perfect way. That's
And
a perfect way,
and
babe.
we've
So,
been to-
so how did you react to that though?
I just remember.
you get-
Yeah.
it was she.
I thought
there,
you said
there was
I
no
thought you-
words.
I thought you might have cussed. Say, "Fuck
no.
yeah, I would."
No,
No, I kind of thought
he
that
got
she
me
would be
going.
more like
He
that.
got me
You know what I
going
mean?
because
Because
I was trying
she's
so
kind of,
hard to look for it. I'm like, where the hell is it?
What's this
Where
triangle
is it?
box?
I
Right,
want my
she's kinda
box.
like that,
I
right?
want my extra
Looking.
gift.
I thought
I'm like,
I was going to
open
get
the
a little more
tree.
yelled at because she couldn't find this damn green
No.
triangle box. You know?
No,
No, but the element of surprise was perfect.
That's the way they do it.
And that's what I
Hey,
needed, man.
the diversion.
That's what it is, dude.
You fell for it too, you big
Yeah,
dummy.
he did.
I did.
I'm gonna help you look
Did you
for
ever
it.
find this fucking box?
right. No, I did. I'm like, what the hell? Where's it at?
I told her it was on
Damn,
the
I
top,
feel
it's
like
in the
her right
back.
now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the fucking ring box opened in my pocket and I couldn't get it closed. And I didn't want to lose
All
the
kinds
ring
of shit-
in my
all kinds
pocket.
of
So
shit
I'm
was
having
going on.
difficulties over here.
Keep looking.
Yeah, so
You didn't put it.
You're so nervous. Your
up?
hands are probably.
well, I mean, I was a
shaking.
little nervous,
Yeah,
you're right?
of
But as I
course.
tried to be slick and pull the ring box out, it's opening in my pocket.
That's,
And I did not want the ring to come out. And then I opened an empty box. I'm like, oh, and she's like, what the fuck is this? So I had to do
Surprise! I was joking.
everything. Surprise, maybe next year. I mean,
Right.
This
It was
is
good.
like
It was
my
good.
promise ring. Oh wait,
Right.
my promise
it's,
gift.
it's my promise box.
Oh,
What
that
you would
was.
have found a triangle box in the tree?
Yeah.
Then I would have really been
Oh,
screwed,
okay,
wouldn't I?
really,
Who the fuck
oh,
put
wait,
that
a
in there?
promise box? A promise box, really?
Oh, why'd you say that, man? You're trying to get me in trouble, man.
I guess I'm gonna put it in my right hand instead of my left.
Yeah, stop saying stuff, man.
Did you guys get married?
Yes.
No.
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
Why you say a promise box?
Because they never got
Shut up,
married.
that was me.
Well, no, no,
That
It
was
wasn't
no,
me.
I'm giving Joe the.
no. There
what?
is promise rings.
She almost fell for it again.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I want one of those buttons. I want one of those buttons.
Bing, bing, bing.
I know it wasn't me that said well, I was going to take the blame for it.
No, no.
He was
That's
like,
cool.
what?
I owned up to it.
I'll admit up to it. Yeah, I'll take
That's
the blame.
funny as hell.
Actually,
No,
that's
but-
kind of awesome.
To tell you the truth, though, we've been together for 15 years. We got a
Jesus, it's
10
been that long?
10-year-old. We got a 6-year-old.
Yeah, it's been that long, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been that long.
You remember we used to go
Me and
around
James
SARS
would
and,
know.
and write on all the walls, Team Ivy.
Yeah, yeah.
That and I also remember me and you played bags together and
Yeah.
and everything else. And damn, I went,
Yeah.
damn, yeah.
So
Flies, man.
just putting my marriage out there is
Wow.
puts an age on how long I've known both of you guys.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
shit.
It's a long
Well,
time.
basically, you introduced me to everybody.
She used to tell me this. She
Yeah,
said,
actually, yes, yeah. I'll give
I
you
didn't know anybody.
everywhere we go, you know somebody.
Yeah,
You always got the voice down.
yeah.
We're all the way in Oklahoma. We're all
You knew
in
somebody in
Oklahoma.
Dude, you knew
Yes.
we went to go see
Yes.
my sister and my brother and my dad in
Oh,
Oklahoma.
yeah.
And we pulled into somewhere. And I was like, hey, I know that person.
Right,
We
yes.
pulled into what was it, the mall? Is that
no,
where we
it
were
was no,
The
it was
Big Wrigley?
the water park.
No, that wasn't Oklahoma. That was
That was
Great
that
Wolf Lodge. Great Wolf Lodge.
That was the
All the way in
Illinois.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
can see
Okay,
that one.
Illinois,
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah. Not in Oklahoma.
No,
That
you,
was
you seen somebody there?
well, we went to go see family, but I didn't know anybody there like that. I'm saying like we went to Chicago and I ran into people.
Yes, Chicago.
I ran into the Dillards at a concert in
I'm
like
what the heck?
southern Indiana one time when she was with us.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that voice. That's the Dillards, you know.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I was in Vegas. I was in Vegas. I know that voice. Wait a minute.
It's weird.
So then
like,
I tracked
what
it
the
I've
down.
done that before too. I've done like different
Bro,
towns, different
and all of a
states.
sudden, yeah.
heck? It's
and
you know the
yeah.
voice, you know,
Yeah.
instantly.
It was cool though, because we took the kids to Great Wolf Lodge, and I mean, it was probably what 2.5 hours
That's
from
fun.
here.
That place is awesome.
That's fun.
That place is
And
awesome.
we were in there in the middle of the water park. My youngest daughter's coming down the slide and come down, and we're all standing there and whatever. And I look over and I'm like, hey, that girl went to school with my brother.
I'm like,
Oh shit, you catch this one.
I'm like, what the hell? You know,
Everywhere we go.
Went, we
So,
went. He don't.
How old are your kids?
10 and 6.
10.
Ivy's actually gonna be 10 in September. She's
Yeah.
9 right now, but yeah, she'll be 10.
Wow.
They grow up so fast, dude.
Yes.
Man,
How do you
That's
feel
wild.
to have a 10 and 6-year-old?
Joe, that's why my hair's not red anymore.
yeah. Your eyebrows still got it, but yeah,
Dude,
this right here.
it's because I died though.
Yes.
You got- Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, dude, I could totally diss you.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Why would
Look
you?
at you with your
It's like
eyebrows.
it's- look, my eyebrows are almost non-existent.
No.
Somebody said I'm like a burn victim
Oh.
No.
on the podcast too. Man. On the podcast too. Man.
Wait,
On the podcast. I
Was
ain't-
your
Yeah,
head,
that's
was
it.
your head
You
leaning
know what
on
I
your
told him
eyebrows?
last time I
my
saw him?
eyebrows.
It was
are
Mark
Are you,
Van
is your
Patten.
head leaning on your eyebrows?
No, pretty much. Cover
Well,
them
Mark
up.
Van Patten said,
probably
is that
why.
why you wear those big, thick glasses?
Yeah.
I asked him the last time I saw him working at Sandbar. I said, "Why do you look like Norbit from that movie?"
You're with West Sprucia. Or was it West Sprucia?
The
His girlfriend.
and Norbit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I would never do that, man. Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Hell no.
That's funny.
Dude, that'd be awesome if you found something like that, though.
That's
She's got a lift. She's got a lift.
How do you always have the list? I just read the comics. How do you always have the list? You
No,
put the list
come on.
in there?
Norbit's
Norbit
got a
did.
list.
No,
Norbit
they
does.
made a movie. The Norbit.
made a movie out of
Yeah,
that?
Eddie Murphy
Yes.
Oh,
played.
you way behind then.
You
I
are
guess.
so
You big
behind.
dummy.
You.
I know.
Jeez.
That might have been the one I didn't
Where's
want.
that other button?
At least I didn't get the boo one this time.
You're gonna get it in a little bit if you keep going this way.
I always get
They
the
got a
boo
button
one.
right here.
I know
ready
you
for
do. I always get the boo.
Got it
everywhere.
ready for you.
Every show I get, I get a
I'm so
boo.
ready for it right now.
I'm
You want
not.
it now?
Thanks.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice one.
No, it's not. He's rubbing off on you. Stop.
Well,
You know what's funny is everybody
know
says that.
you basically introduced me to James.
I did.
Really?
I
To
did.
tell you the truth.
I broke her out of her shell, man.
she's soft spoken.
She's very soft spoken. She's very traditional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's very.
For who your brothers are, you are totally different.
She's definitely opposite.
Yeah, I'm a little
Yeah.
quiet, but
That's
When I'm
good.
around
There's,
him.
there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
But don't piss her off.
Oh,
well, when you
She
get
throw
Taurus and
things?
a Leo together, it's pretty hard.
Does she throw things at you because she's a redhead too?
No,
No,
I don't
she-
throw nothing at him.
She's not really
who's the
redhead.
Leo? Who's
She's
the
not
Taurus?
really
I'm the
redhead.
Leo.
And you're the Taurus. Oh, yeah. Earth sign and fire sign.
Yes, sir.
I'm the bull and he's the
Lion,
lion.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard
So
being the
those-
king of the jungle.
You don't want to get ran by the
Bullshit.
horns though.
Whatever.
Not-
Yeah.
Those
no,
horns hurt.
whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
To be honest
it's
with you,
pretty good.
the opposites
pretty good.
attract in this one, dude.
Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
They do. They mesh well together. I mean, to be honest, I could probably tell you on one hand on how many bad arguments we've had
But with
in
that,
all them years.
with that story, that's phenomenal though. So my question actually is to you. How did you feel when you first met him? Like, damn, I want to follow that. Or like did you know that he's gonna be at
I didn't know that.
Mickey's?
I didn't
No,
know he was
no,
at
no,
Mickey's.
no.
I didn't know he was going to be at Mickey's.
No,
She
because-
said, hey, it's you. She didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what she said when we were sitting there again.
Yeah.
Like I remember her. I remember what she was wearing or how her hair was.
That's what I'm saying. You
and,
knew.
And
but-
she came in. Well, I didn't know she was going to be there either. But
I
when we
did.
came back in, the same attraction that we had on the golf cart was still there.
Did you know who her brothers were?
Oh yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh
He
yeah.
knew who they were.
Were you
I've
afraid?
I didn't know nothing about him.
Weren't you afraid though?
of them.
Of them a little bit?
No, dude. I told you I'm the alpha ginger. That doesn't bother me. Man.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
My-
We'll climb a tree in a minute.
I'm
my
a tree. You know that.
Yeah.
My oldest
Oh well,
brother,
you're short like him.
my oldest brother Ryan knew him.
Yeah.
But my other brother Rainey didn't really know.
No, because he was
Did
younger.
they warn
Me-
you?
Ryan,
Rainey, no,
Rhino
I
was
was
in
the
the same.
youngest.
I know,
was the
but
me-
youngest.
Right,
so
yeah.
But did they
Rhino
warn-
was actually
Ryan was
a
older.
year and a half.
I know.
year and a
but
half
did
older
they,
than me.
Did they warn you?
Ryan did.
Brian did. He did.
Ryan was like,
Where are you going with this, Joe?
I'm just curious.
he wasn't
I'm
like
gonna get the
he
scoop.
was like-
Yeah, yeah. Well,
he
he's
was
trying.
like-
He's trying to get me in trouble
he was
on the way
like
home.
he was
from
a
there.
bad
Look at
person.
him, look
He's
at him.
like, you gotta look out for him, like
He
he's a
was
good
honestly-
guy.
He was just
Honestly,
being the older
he's a
brother,
good
and
guy.
being protective.
Honestly, I will say this about Red. I'll probably say that in my last final note thing, but Red actually, it's a persona that he gives out. Once you get one-on-one with him
And get to know him.
and get to know him and talk to him one-on-one, like
Good guy.
totally opposite. He'll give the shirt off his back for somebody if he
Oh,
really
look
cares
at
about. If he
Uncle
really
Ryan.
cares about somebody, he will, because this man is a respectable man.
guy.
He
He's
is.
a good guy.
He's a great guy. He's not a good guy. He's a great guy. He will. He
Well,
cares about people that he cares about
Look at
for.
that.
So
Well,
I give him that.
well,
I do.
I appreciate that honestly, but you know what I mean. That's how it's been.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
People
never,
don't know that, though.
I've never
He's
sugarcoated
got
that
his good
really.
days and his
No.
bad days.
I've
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I know
Everybody
his
does.
bad
Everybody
days
does,
for
though.
sure.
Yeah.
I've always been that way, but it's more of if
It's a respect thing.
it is a respect thing,
Yeah.
and if I let
Yeah,
you in,
it
if I
is.
let you in my circle, then that's where it's at, and
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that my circle is the greatest; it's just my circle.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of hardships in life, that I've overcome, and I keep my circle tight, and
Yeah.
and
Right.
that's what I've done.
Yeah, right.
And and I've met a lot of cool people, and I've lost a lot of cool people through that thought process. But
You know, you
That's-
introduced me to a lot of cool people.
I like I said, I broke
I
you out of
didn't
your
know
shell.
many
I
people.
had to bring
I
you
did not
around,
know
man.
me. I didn't know nobody until I was with him.
Yeah.
Really.
Even with your brothers.
She knew a lot of people. They just kind of kept her sheltered. They were protective. That's what it
They
was.
were like,
But once
no,
they-
no, you guys take no.
Once they realized they didn't have to do that no more,
So
it was
are
it was
you
fine.
in the middle? The
She
middle
the
child?
baby.
I'm the
She's
I'm the
youngest.
baby.
The
You're the
youngest,
baby,
the
okay.
youngest
Okay,
one
that
in
makes sense
curls.
then.
The
That
youngest
makes
one
sense.
in curls.
I'm the only. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
Two
sense.
boys. I'm the only girl.
Yeah, and then they're protecting their sister.
Yeah.
I get it. I did the same
Yeah.
thing with my sister.
Yeah. But they
That's-
had friends. They knew they could hang out with me.
Which
but
one?
like,
I only have one sister.
You only have one.
you know, like
Oh, that one that writes a book. That's all.
No, that's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Cousin.
they just knew better when their friends were around. Like,
It's because a
No.
lot of their friends were really wild.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
And they were like,
You
"You're
can say-
definitely
you
not
can
doing
talk-
that one. You're not hanging out with him. You're not
Yeah,
allowed to go.
that's
Don't even
exactly
talk to
right.
this
Yeah.
motherfucker." You know.
Basically,
But
like
they
you could talk to her, but don't do shit.
problem
you know?
was is that me and Rhino, her older brother, were good friends, and
Yeah.
before I met her,
Rhino's a
and
good guy, man.
yeah, he was.
God rest
And-
his soul.
Yep. Thank
God
you.
rest his
And
soul. No, I'm serious.
he
He was a good guy.
he was very protective.
Thank you.
I actually got him a job working
I
construction
found
with
that out
with
by
us for a
reading him.
while.
God rest
He-
his soul.
He moved in
He's
with me for a while, you know, and that's kind of what sealed the deal. You know what I mean? It was like she knew that her brothers were acceptive.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of where we went with. And
Well, that's
after
how
that,
Ryan was crying, Ryan.
Yeah, I met.
Oh,
when
I
it's when
love him so
when he was
much.
acceptive for something, he would let his emotions out, and that's what she means by
oh,
crying, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
right.
met him through Trista and Bobby. So
Right.
yeah, through them I met him.
He
and they were-
loved him so much.
And they were good dudes, man. I miss them so much, man. Even the fighting and the wrestling and the hard knock life with them, you know what I
Yes.
mean? And even supporting them through their music career that they had, you know, with Jay Hill and stuff, and everybody giving them a hard time because they always said Jay
Right.
Hill sucks,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just trying to push them, you know what I
Actually-
mean? But it was they really didn't suck. They jammed. You
They
know what I mean?
jammed. They everybody was rating them as a ground effect.
And you know what's funny is
And
that
they-
you say that, dude, is because
was. They were-
that's
people
No.
were
they
rating-
were on a lot of
No.
the same bills that Ground
I
Effect.
know. That's
was
why
Is that the
headlining.
one with Chris?
Yeah, with Chris Bradford,
Yeah,
Eric
yeah,
Bradford,
yeah,
and all
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had
Jay Hill was more louder
Yes.
than Ground Effect. Like
Okay.
literally. You know how my brother sang? Like he was
Yeah.
Yes.
he screamed.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about Rhino too, though, is not only did he scream and he did the metal, but he would rap
Yeah.
metal music
Yeah.
into his
Hey,
That's
songs.
why I
I've
respect
seen them
Here's
play.
the
I've
way-
seen them
Yeah.
play
That's
down
why
his
I
barn
respected him.
before.
Here's
That's
a
why I
picture.
respected
Here's a picture I'll show you. That's Jay Hill right there.
him. Yeah.
That's like the original members of the band there.
Yeah, I know.
That's Ryan,
I know a lot of
Randy,
them. Yeah.
and Josh and Donnie. That's all of them together in Jay Hill.
Like the original members.
This was down at Zard. Was this down at Zard?
That's I think
no,
that
I think,
think
that
that's at
was down
Mickey's.
That was
there.
at Mickey's.
No,
Okay.
wait, look. Is
Let
it
me
in
see the background.
back? Is it in the back or at Josh's at the
screen went black.
gotta push the button.
No, that's at Mickey's.
Yeah,
That
that's at
Mickey's?
Mickey's.
That's
it
at
in the
Mickey's.
back-
That's
in
at
the
Mickey's
back?
before they
Yeah,
changed
before they-
before they changed the background.
Yeah.
Because that's the back
That's at Mickey's.
that's the back door.
Yeah.
Yep. Because that's Faker,
That's the back door to go
that's
to.
Randy, that's
Yeah.
Ryan, and that's Donnie.
Yeah, that's the main band
Yep.
right there.
So you
But Mike Peterson was in that band in the beginning too, though.
Yes.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
yes. And then I think Donnie.
Donnie
or-
took over for Peterson, I believe. I'm not sure 100% on that, but they were all in the same band
you've been part of technically her life pretty much all her life.
for a long
Yeah,
time
for
before we
that.
actually got together and
Until you
got married.
Yeah, until you guys knew
Until we actually physically
you
met.
physically met.
Yeah.
It was
Because you
weird.
knew her brother,
I
throughout,
was
but you didn't know. Did you know he had a sister?
I knew
No,
that Ryan.
I-
I knew that Ryan and Randy had a sister. I'd never met her before.
Oh.
And we went
That's
out to the first hog bash. Got my eyebrow pierced. Second hog bash.
Eyebrow pierce at Hog Bash.
Very,
Bam,
very
right there.
first one, dude. Still been there.
Right there.
And the second hog bash we went out there, they performed. And the third hog bash, Randy was in a band, Step Aside, and I blew fire on stage with him with some 151 and a blow
You
door.
are a man of many talents. Blowing
Dude,
fire.
Dude, I've done a lot of
Yes,
things.
Wait a
man.
minute,
Yes.
you blew fire?
Yes, he
is
did.
That the
He did.
day that I missed? That's that the year I missed. Then I
Yeah,
went
what-
to all the Hog Bashes.
So it would have been the third one, which would have been the second year at the new hog bash site.
Oh yeah, I didn't go. That
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the
I didn't go.
And because Rich Driver, his real name's Dick Driver, which is one of my favorite names. He is a shredder on the guitar. He played in Step Aside. and we used to all hang out at Mickey's. They'd practice
I
down
missed that
there
one.
and stuff. Yeah. And
I only missed one.
so Rob, I know I'm gonna slaughter his last name.
It's all
Stauffer,
right.
Rob Stauffer.
Yeah.
Okay. He was a bartender, and he always used to blow fire in
Yeah,
the bar.
yeah.
And that's where I learned how to do it. And I used to go to my mom's backyard barbecue parties and blow fire out in the open
Practice.
and practice. And then I told those guys at Step Aside that I can blow fire with 151. I just need a high level flame.
Right.
Well, 151 you don't want to blow fire with because it has a retraction and it'll fucking burn your
Yeah.
face hair. and everything.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of times where I got burnt, but yeah, I blew
Tom
fire
Crisco.
on stage at
That
Hog Bash 3.
Sorry,
I
man.
blew a 5-foot flame and it's on video. So I don't have the video, but it's out there somewhere that I got a 5-foot flame coming out with
No
some 151, dude.
You are.
See, I didn't know any of this.
No.
Man.
This is the number 4 right now. You have the
No,
fourth.
I
Yeah,
known
you
about
keeping
this.
track, dude. This
I
is
known about
ridiculous.
this, but I didn't know
No, at
any
that
of this
yeah.
when I met him. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this shit at all.
No.
Like, what the hell?
She didn't know how wild I
been
really
there.
was.
You've been to all these hog bashes, and I didn't even see you there at all. I don't.
Did you go to all of them?
Not all of them.
But the ones that once your brothers played at?
I went to the ones my brother played at, but it may have been the time when he was. I might have been there before he
Yeah,
did
you
his
could
shit.
have saw him and you think, God, that guy's
Right.
ugly.
Yeah, that guy's kind of a crazy dick.
God,
Whatever.
that guy's crazy. He's
Right.
ugly. He's
It
crazy.
made
I
me
don't
angry
know.
than work.
I don't
Don't
know what
say.
to do with
When I
that.
did meet him, he didn't have no hair. When I met him, he's all bald headed. He was all bald headed. He didn't have no hair, nothing.
Are you
No
bald
hair.
headed now?
Yeah.
Are you bald headed now?
No, dude.
No, he's not.
Oh, dude,
Still rocking, dude.
Red cut his hair off all at one time. He was-
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
he had.
Yeah.
So when I first came back from
Damn, you-
He had
Arizona,
you
long
got
hair
gray
when
in
he
the-
first came back.
You even got gray hair in the.
when I first came back, I still had. You guys remember the band Korn? And
Yeah, there's long braids, man.
the guy head,
It's okay, you
the
don't have to laugh.
guitarist
It falls.
was
Don't feel bad.
he had his hair in twists.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
had
that's what it was.
braids.
That's what it was. That's
And
what it
I learned how to twist my own hair, and I
Yeah.
did it.
I got it.
My longest part of my hair was 27 inches long when I cut it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild.
Was it really that fucking
Yeah,
long?
it was long.
Yeah.
His hair was long, dude.
Yeah.
See, it wasn't like
then
that.
I cut it all off. I went completely bald, and then I grew it back, and I got these little weird like curls up there on the top.
So, get off the subject about your hair and everything else. I just thought of this question. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Who do you work for right now?
I work for Pantelleria Construction Services and Property Management.
So, what do you do for them though?
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of a tool bag whore, man.
I
I can do a little bit of everything. Right now, we're framing a little over 50.
Pantelleria is a big name around there.
Yeah, we're a big company around here. I believe that we have
I almost got them on.
22 to 24 people that work for us, whether
Yeah.
they're subcontractors or employees. But
Yeah.
predominantly what I do is right now we're building a house. I'm framing a house right now. I can do siding, trim, windows, roofing. You know what I mean? For the last couple of years, we did some interior work. I built some custom bunk beds. We built a custom pantry, inserted some custom built cabinets that came through.
About a couple of your guys' houses.
Yep.
The
So-
Pantelleras come into the Ace Hardware. So yeah, I understand what they go through. A couple of the bigger projects that you guys got to do.
Some of the custom stuff that we can't find through like Big C and all those other people you guys carry, like
Yeah.
through Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love to have you guys on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll point. There you go.
Yeah.
But yes.
That means I want to raise Mikey.
Right.
But yes.
Right.
Find your
That's for
speech.
sure.
Promotion,
Yeah.
sponsorship.
Or not even that. A bonus in your check.
That's what you said. The
Yeah.
raise.
No, not a raise. You just get a bonus for that week.
No, he wants a raise.
Every time we
No,
every time we say
If I got
Pantelleria,
to pick out of the J&J, I'm going with James, not Joe.
raise.
every time we say Pantelleria, he gets a raise.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Joe then. Because I've said it 3 times.
I can keep on saying it all damn day.
No, it's dude. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. All bullshit aside, man. I've worked for
They're a great
multiple big name companies around here for years, building houses. I've been building houses for 23 years now, and I've worked for Pantelleria for the last 5, and I've never worked for a more compassionate, thoughtful.
They love their
They take care of the lowest hand to the top hand,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
And they're very, very compassionate. I mean, there's things in my personal life that I have to take time off for and to take care of because there's
They look out
areas
for you, yeah.
and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I mean? They don't They don't.
It's a good company. I will give you that. It's a great company. It's a great
dude,
company.
and we do a lot of high end work, man.
Yeah.
Whether it's me doing it or any of the other guys that we work for, dude. And I'm really proud to say that I work.
They
for
do
them.
plumbing, right?
We don't. We have a select few of subcontractors that we use on the everyday basis. You know what I mean? We have
Okay.
22 people that work for us, I believe. I want to say 22. So there's probably 8, 9 framers. There's probably a handful of painters, and there's a handful of like final finish trim carpenters. You know what I mean? But Mikey Panelleria, who I work
Yeah.
for, he's monopolized, dude. He's picked the best of the best out of all the people that I've ever worked for, and he's 20 something years, and he's pulled them into his monopoly.
I bowl about them. So
Yeah.
My question is with the company that you work for is more, what do they do so you can help yourself out, but also help your company out, but on top of it, but what do they do besides not plumbing and not paint, but what are they known for?
Dude, we do high end, we do start to finish, like right now. So where I'm at typically right now, I am framing this house. And Panelleria has going to start it from foundation up, and we'll probably finish it till we hand the keys over to the people that get to move in March. So I've been on this house for almost 4 months framing. It's a big house, and we've got the back side of the house to finish the roof. It's chopped up. It's a bunch of vaulted ceilings in there. This place is going to be immaculate on the inside when it's done. But we do a lot of that. You know what I mean? And predominantly where I'm at right now, it's strictly framing. But I can do siding, the windows, you know what I mean? Any of that. And our company, we go through all of us. We don't sub it out. You know what I mean? Like, say James is the lead painter. Say you're the lead trim carpenter.
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm the lead framer or whatever. It just multiplies
Yeah.
on where we're at, and we all utilize what we're doing through Panelleria. You know what I mean? We don't sub out, oh, we need the trim to come through. We're going to get all the square footage and lineal footage of
But,
what we need.
Yeah.
It's all Panelleria. We do start to finish. Everything is custom. We do cabinets. I mean, everything.
So if they went through your guys' company, he plans it all out where the carpenter is going to come in and lay the carpet out. Then all of a sudden, the cabinet guy is going to come in and do his thing, and then the trim guy is going to come in and do his.
We
thing
do have a few
after the carpet guy comes in. Yeah.
Now we do have a few outside subs
Oh,
that
yeah.
do minor stuff like that.
That's
we
what I'm
don't
saying. He works it out.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's what the boss does.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
but
what I'm saying.
he has 22 people that he has specifically set in position throughout each week on where they need to be and what we do. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, like some of the top end guys, we can do multiple things. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not just a framer. You know, I'm not just a cider.
What
you know?
are you though?
I said, I'm a tool bag whore.
I know that part. What do you like doing the most?
To be honest, Joe, I like sitting my ass at home and racing.
Well, besides that part, working.
I would like to know that.
Working that.
I would
I
much
would
rather
actually
do
know
this
that.
and get paid, but you know, I mean, to be honest, at work, I really like setting windows. I like doing trim. I like building custom cabinets. The building the custom bunk beds and the hideaway stuff like that, dude. It's really cool because when I first got in construction, I was just a framer. I started out as a laborer, and then you go and work your way up, you know, and you learn a few things and you retain that knowledge, and then you move your way up to totem pole, man. And it just depends on how far you want to retain that knowledge to where you're going to go to see how high you want to climb that tree. But like James said earlier, when we we're fucking around, dude, I like climbing trees, dude. So it's
so when you like do custom framing, do you like have a collective input on it, or do like the people that want it done have a certain way?
So I mean, it's kind of like anything, you know. I mean, there's always a print and there's always a layout that we got to follow, a schematic. You know what I mean? So we do what we got to, but I mean, out of all the multiple years of doing this thing, you got to learn tricks of the trade, man.
Yeah.
Because if you don't understand like compound miter cuts or inside angles or hips or valleys and stuff like that, like you're gonna be lost. And as a person in school, I hated math. And now I use it every day to provide for my family. You know what I mean? And I'm still not the best. You know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie and talk it up that, you know, I'm the greatest at what we do, but
you learn.
But you have to adapt and overcome, because it's easy to build a house on paper, but to put that into a 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional figure and make it a multi-million-dollar structure safely and correctly is what you got to do. And if you don't adapt and overcome,
So it's always a learning. It's
it's
you're always
every day,
learning something.
every day,
You're always learning.
every day.
I
It's
can see that.
exhausting.
I can see that on you right
Do you
now.
have a tile
Yeah.
person? Tile?
Yep.
That's some hard ass work right there.
We've got 2 or 3 guys that we use, throughout their
specialized
company.
in tile.
Yep.
tiling and
I mean,
stuff like that.
and like I said, we have some subcontractors that we always use. You know what I mean? And there are specific ones we always call them for our jobs or whatever. And sometimes you got to call an outside guy, and it doesn't work out. And then we end up going back and we got to fix a bunch of bullshit. So, but it is what it is. It's just like a mechanic having another mechanic say he's better than the other mechanic. You know what I mean?
And you're not.
It's just what you know and what you don't.
Right.
That is awesome. That's an awesome gig that you have.
Like I said, I've been doing it for a long time, man.
I know, good for you. But you went from living your life to the fullest, I'll say it like that.
Thank you.
Say it like that. To cooking, to doing what you're doing, and then building pretty much houses. And
it's funny
having
you
a
brought that
family.
up, Joe, because I was sitting here trying to fathom in my mind, what am I going to
I
talk
love
about in the
it.
podcast?
good
I
for
love
you.
it.
Good for you, though. You lived your life and you're living it to the fullest, what you wanted to be.
And that's something I was going to
what
try
were
to
you thinking?
say,
Yeah,
man.
what were you
I
thinking?
was fathoming what I was going to talk
Yeah.
about today. I'm like, what am I going to go and talk about these guys? Construction, redhead, being a smart ass,
And now you're
family, racing. Cool.
and
But,
now you're racing cars. So
But the
that's your next level.
right. But the thing is, though, is that it took a wild man to become a modest man. And going from
You're not modest yet.
I'm
Oh,
okay.
dude,
Just let me get the
just-
story out, okay?
just-
Then you can be judgmental.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but, I mean,
you know,
you're right.
crying
You're
out
right. I
loud.
did. I was 100%. I was probably 1,000% wild, and that's a lot of people that knows who Red is. There's not a lot of people that know Jeremy. You know what I mean? And I don't like saying my government name because a lot of people don't know it. But like you said earlier, it's a persona, and you know what I mean. And that's what I put out there. But to grow up and become an educated man and stop living that wild life and start to realize, that there's things you got to take care of. It's not
Maybe
just about
clap
me.
on that.
It's not. It's
Mama
not
Bear
just.
been loving it.
It's not just about me. And I got married. I made a dedication. You know what I mean? And I had to
Well,
turn.
you're a good father and a husband.
Well, thank you, honey.
You're everything, man.
But it did. It took a while. It
You tried to-
took a while, for me to break out of my shell of what I was doing. I was so center focused on me.
Yeah.
And then once I realized that life wasn't just about me, then it made the change. The adulthood came, and then started to make a job that I just went to get a paycheck to go party with, become a career. And then I got married.
Yeah.
Had kids.
Yep.
And then now I'm like, okay, I've been doing this for a while, the married kids thing, you know what I mean? Like, I got to get back to something for me.
Right.
And
right,
that's where
dude.
racing came in.
I let you do it. I'll let you. I didn't
She's
tell
very
you
stubborn,
no.
but
I didn't
she
tell him
does. She's
no.
lenient.
I didn't tell him no.
All right. I gotta ask you, were you scared or were you nervous or anything about the
No, I was
racing?
just like, I was
Would you
just
say,
like
go
that.
ahead, babe, go ahead, you do this?
Well, I was like,
There was none of that.
Yeah, John, you just went over.
I just looked at him.
Thank you.
I just looked at him with a stern face, like, all right, all right.
I got to tell
If
you, there
think
was
you really want to do it.
there was
do
no
it.
there was no
And we stuck
apprehension,
to it.
but
So
there was definitely intimidation. But she held it well, and she was cool with it.
But she loves you and she respects you.
I
So
do
she
love her.
held that in a
I
little bit,
did.
but you saw it on her face because you live with her full time.
No,
And
I saw it in her face when I was racing the track, and she's the only person that I can see in the crowd more than anybody else with her hand up. That's when I.
He was like,
But she's
This-
pumping it
this
for
is what he
you, though.
said.
Yes, sir.
My thing
This is
is
what he
when
said.
she first
He's like,
started, though.
hey,
When you first
hey,
started.
that's what he said. If there was nobody out there, you could show me your boobs. That'd be great.
Race around track, and I'll see him.
Nobody was there. If
Yeah.
nobody was out there, I sure show you, baby. When I'm
And that's why I brought my wife.
I love it. I love it.
Titties
Oh,
are
no.
his favorite.
I am a titty guy. Sorry.
So I could have, but there's too many people around.
Right. Being respectable. Yeah.
I could have started a little, a little.
But see, then again, that goes back to me being a smartass.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna race this death trap around here with 37 other death traps, but can I still see your boobs before I go?
Wait a minute. I'm shocked you didn't put it on the card. where she could see it when you go around there. Show your moves.
Well, I didn't know what the rules were all the way
You would
on
do-
painting your
Right.
car.
I mean,
Because I do have a funny story about that too. Is you take your race car to a race garage and you help somebody get a race car built.
Okay.
But like I said, we have a lot of people that work for my company, and you get somebody that has to take one of the company vehicles over to the garage. That's the same mechanic. That's my race mechanic
Yeah.
to fix our company fleet. You get one guy in there. He's like, "Oh wait, is that Red's race car?" He's like, "You got a can of spray paint?"
Oh,
He's like, "I want to
dang.
spray paint my name on his car." Now, mind you, this is a mutual friend I've known for 20 plus
Yeah.
years too. So he paints his name on my car. And lo and behold, I had to go work with him like 3 or 4 days later at the same job. And he looks at me and he's like, "Man, you're going to be upset, bro." I said, "Why?" He said, "I painted my name on your race car. Please don't be mad." I said, "You know what, dude? I'm not going to be mad because you were honest." I said, "Typically, I'd have probably been pissed, you
Yeah.
know?" So I go to the race car garage later that day. I look on the back and I'm like, this motherfucker is always talking shit to everybody at work. He's the big jokester, big clowner. What can I do to make my race car make a big joke out of this dude? You know, sitting there thinking about it. I was like, screw it.
you put it.
I'm not going to say his name, but it's 2 initials.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just put Love's Cock
Man.
on that. I said, I took a picture of it, sent it in our group chat to the company work. And I was like, I'm going to send this around the racetrack that says blank, blank, Love's Cock. Well, I didn't do it
Is it
because
still there though?
you can see it if you come close to my race car, but you can't see it from the track.
Right.
I had to ask that question. I'm sorry. I had to.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't totally get rid of it, but you know, and plus I have pictures, so there's proof.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I had it highlighted with a big black Sharpie so you could see it if I was going to race like that.
Oh, so no one can really come up. I mean, if you're driving around, no one could see it. He didn't spray paint it.
No, he spray painted
Oh,
his
he
initials
He
of his
painted
name.
his name.
Spray
Yeah.
painted a name.
But
yeah.
you
But
put
then
it
I
on there.
no, I spray painted Love's Cock on there too, and then I highlighted it in a big fat black Sharpie marker so you could really see it. Like it was identifying because it was in neon yellow paint on my
Was
car.
that on the side of the car where you show? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I was trying to be podcast respectful.
Well, you
Well,
did
you
too
still
many
can be.
details. You did a lot of details right there.
Wow, Scott.
Yeah, but you know that's why you don't fuck with a man's race car.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
exactly,
And no
yeah.
matter how many years we've been friends with.
That's why you don't sit on another guy's bike. You
That's
never know
right.
what's- When you never know what's going to happen. You're going to get your ass beat, or you're going to get made fun of.
So another guy's bike.
Motorcycle.
Motorcycle, yeah.
You don't
With
walk
the guy
up-
on it.
You don't walk up and sit on another man's hog.
No,
No,
That'd be like
hell
walking
no.
up and touching another man's old lady.
Yeah,
You don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You don't sit on another guy's bike. It doesn't matter if it's a hog or a crotch rocket. You don't sit on
Yeah,
another
you don't
guy's
sit-
bike.
No, you don't.
Yeah. So if you get caught, 2 things gonna happen. You're gonna get made fun of right then and there if he's gonna be respectful, or you're gonna get your ass beat.
What would you say if he was just to make fun of you?
I don't know yet. I don't know how.
He got that far yet.
I don't
Joe's
want
never
bike.
been brave enough to sit on another man's bike.
That too.
Right. I definitely. Right.
But
He knows the rules.
Instead of
What
the
if- what if
man
somebody-
bike.
What if you came outside and somebody was
Some
standing
say
on
I-
his scooter?
my scooter.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Would you
that'd
would
be
you
fun.
beat his
I'll-
ass or make fun of him?
I'll
You
make fun
better
of
make
his
fun
ass.
of him. I was gonna
I'll
say,
make
probably
fun of
make
his
fun
ass.
of him.
I would say, yeah, I make fun of myself on my own scooter. So I'll make fun of his ass. Yeah. How does it feel to be a bitch, huh?
That's all you got.
Right
Really?
then and there, probably, yes.
That's all you got.
Right then and there, probably would.
That's hilarious. I love that.
That's funny.
How's it feel to have a DUI, asshole?
Me?
Oh, you're trying to steal my scooter because you ain't got a license either?
Oh, wait. Yeah, something like that. Or,
Yeah, that's
or
what
I would say,
that's what I was saying.
or I would say,
Is that under
actually,
50
I went,
cc?
oh shit, mine can go 70 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to ride that without a license.
Yes, I can. It's battery operated. Yes, I can.
That's what I-
Oh,
yeah.
that's different. See, technology, man.
Yes, I can. Actually, with my weight, it could go 65. Anything under
He needs a helmet.
anything on 200 pounds, I can. Yeah, I will.
I can get you one that's actually
Oh,
good, not
You need
not
a
like
big
that.
helmet like that?
No, actually, I ordered a helmet.
He
but
rides a
it's on-
bicycle helmet.
I actually know it's
Is
a
it showing up yet?
No.
It's got the spikes on the top.
He probably does.
I thought about that.
Choker
shit.
with it.
I thought about the. I thought
It's
about
the
like the
unicorn
kid,
one.
I thought about the Kid Rock one in I thought about the Kid Rock one in Biker Boys.
Oh,
Dude, for real.
Yeah, I
What
did.
the hell? His name was Dog.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about that one, but I'm thinking I want to wear a full biker helmet. So I found one that looks like a backwards hat. So
You-
it flips up in the bill.
No, you need to get a
Oh.
helmet that's got your receding hairline on it.
I knew I should, but
Mad scientist.
that scientist look.
that one looks.
I would
silly.
love to
He
have
puts a
that.
scooter helmet on. It looks like his hairstyle.
Hell yeah! I wish I could. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, look it up. Look on Amazon.
I tried everything. And
Amazon has everything. Joe.
Amazon
Come on.
has
Amazon.
everything.
And if you can't find it,
I
I'm
want-
sure somebody has
I want
that.
something that's dot related.
I guarantee somebody's got to have
I
it.
want something dot related. This one was dot related because I like wearing backwards hats. I didn't want to find something that was not me. So I found a backwards hat where it looks like it's that helmet type, but it's short and it has a backwards hat look to it. So
That's weird.
I bought it. Yeah,
It's like a reverse bicycle helmet for a preteen adult.
pretty much.
Pretty
I'm
dumb.
I'm running a fucking scooter that goes 70 miles per hour.
Right.
What else do you want from me?
Elbow pads.
That's how you
knee
roast
pads.
somebody.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
The skid plates on his hands right there.
Elbow pads.
Actually, I did. If I do 70, if I do the 65, I am wearing hand guards. Though.
Man, you need
Sorry.
to get some knee pads.
His girlfriend's got him dressed
he
up like
keeps on
that kid in
telling
the
me
Christmas story.
Yeah, that's why he wants me to dress up as. He said, "You need double pads, bubble wrap you." He keeps on telling me, "I want you wearing bubble wrap or something. I don't want you to fall."
Like Ralphie's little brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ralphie's little brother. That's what it was.
that's what he wants me to wear. I'm thinking, I don't care. Oh, you picking those up?
Yeah.
Were you mad that they fell down?
Just want to wear them like that.
She's going to fix them. That's all.
Oh, look at you. She's being you, James.
Well, at the end of the show. That's
Yeah.
all. I don't do
I
it right in the
know.
middle of the show.
I know.
She can do it. Yeah, go ahead. Straighten his legs up. And
You guys are
straighten-
talking. I'm just doing my
You
thing.
do your thing.
Yeah,
Sarah.
do your thing. Come on, you can do this. We have faith in you.
You got it, honey.
Okay.
There you go.
Bam.
Yeah,
She
right
did it.
back to where they were.
Well, all but one's now. It's still
You want
down.
to lay him down?
No, just-
I'll fucking
She just wipes
throw
the
him
table.
down.
How you like that, Joe?
How about those?
I'm waiting
apples?
for somebody to do that one day. I am. More we have these podcasts, I'm waiting for someone to get pissed off and say, "Fuck you all."
Yeah. Oh, you think you're a real smart ass, huh?
Well, they think the globe spins and they touch the globe and then all of a sudden shit falls.
Kind of does
Oh,
spin, but
look.
it doesn't spin
Here,
like
oh,
that.
here we go.
I
She's
know,
gonna knock
I
it all
know.
over.
She wants to look at it.
It's the world. You have the world in your hand now. How do you feel?
Oh wow.
I got
Huh?
the world in my hand. I got the whole wide world in my hand.
How do you feel though? Put it back how you had it though. James likes Africa facing the right way.
Who said you? Why'd you say that?
Because you do. You told the guy that.
Do,
No,
do
I
you feel
didn't.
like
Yes, you did.
do you feel like that girl from the Fifth Element?
What?
The Fifth Element. What's her name? Amelia
Yeah,
Jovanovic?
we're going
The
with
fifth,
that though.
No, she's holding it like that. Do you feel like the Fifth Element? I mean, like
Oh.
you got all the power right there.
Yeah,
You didn't see that movie?
yeah, I love the Fifth Element. That's
He just never watched it all.
no, I watched it. I can
You fell asleep.
I can
He
say
did.
almost word for word. Almost.
You fell asleep.
There was nothing in the world on the Fifth Element.
She was the
She was
ultimate
the
being.
ultimate being,
She
but yeah.
kept
I know,
the
but do
world
you feel
together.
exactly? Do
I
you feel
see.
like the
Oh,
ultimate? You know, you're the
going
ultimate
really-
being.
You're
You had
going
the
really
world.
deep with that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we were
You're
on a
going really
podcast.
deep with
Sorry.
that. Jesus, I wasn't going that. I'll see
Uh
Batman
oh.
fell.
Stuff.
Yeah.
You just
Yep.
See now
Ruin-
Batman fell.
Oh, now you run
Are you
Dick and
mad?
Morty.
no, I'm not mad. Did you reorganize my character?
No,
Now, man.
no, he's gonna be mad.
James smash.
Way to go.
I want to
Joe.
knock them all over. No, you can't do it now.
Damn it. So to ask you a question,
Go ahead.
how'd you meet Red though?
Dude, I like we said before,
Was it just at the bow house though?
I was dating his cousin before that, and I heard
Long time ago.
I heard about Red and where he was and what's going on, right?
Okay.
And when I finally met Red, it's when he came back to Michigan. and this is when he got to talk to all of his family.
Okay.
His mom, his aunts, uncles, and all. I mean, aunts, stuff like that.
So to shorten it up, I was gone for 9 years.
Yeah.
Right, custody battle type thing, and I came back after 9 years.
Mhm.
And Allstate Jiggler was hanging out with one of my cousins.
This was before I was Allstate.
Yeah.
Before I was
No,
Allstate.
he was young, man. We were all young. We were all young.
Yeah,
It was a different time. It was a different time in life, man. I mean, we all looked different. We were all young, and
Yeah. I met Red, and we instantly like linked. It was
pretty sure it was in Hager Shore, weren't we?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was an instant. I mean, dude, he was one cool dude when I met him. And he's still cool to this day, man.
I had already experienced a lot of life before I
Yeah.
came back, dude. And I was still young when I came back. I wasn't even old enough to go to the bars and stuff,
No.
but
No, you weren't.
I was I was a little more educated in the way life worked, you know what I mean? The hardships and how to be able to deal with everyday bullshit, and that's kind of where the persona comes from, dude. It's not an act,
He has a lot of stories. And I'm
it's,
like, I don't want to know any more of your stories. Please, no more.
No, he's a lot of life.
she's actually my therapist, you know what I mean? She has to listen to
No,
the
you feel.
I
the
do.
drunken
I do.
ramblings to
No.
get rid of some of the evil
No.
demons, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
I
Like,
break
really, you did that? No, I don't want to know that.
But
No.
that's respect. But that shows respect that he respects you. That he wants to tell you that.
Yes, I'm like,
Right,
you didn't
because,
get
I mean,
no,
it's-
you literally didn't get no trouble. He's like, no.
It's things that I hold
like,
on to
okay.
because those are moments in my life that you can't change. But
Right.
at the same point in time that where I'm developing into becoming an adult man
It made
and
you who
into
you
my
are
later
today.
years,
Yeah, yeah.
it does make me who I am today. But I got to get rid of those thoughts. You know what I mean? I can't
Right.
be that person anymore. I can't hold on to that things if I want to be an educator to my children.
Exactly.
And that's where it's at.
Especially when you try to be that father figure, that role model in
Right.
children's life.
Because it's hard, man, because of the role models I had in my life weren't the person that I am.
Right.
And they're definitely not the things that I got to see where I have with my mother-in-law and my wife, you know what I mean? They're amazing to my children in the way they operate the house. You know what I mean? It's phenomenal to be able to come home and have your little one sitting there at the door and they're like, Dad, knowing that
And they come running to you. And
they do,
climb
man.
on
They
his
do.
leg.
They
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Knowing how wild I am and how things are, you know what I mean? And, I'm loud, I'm not changed. I'm just an older man now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't
Wiser.
do this.
You're not old though.
I'm a little
You're-
wiser.
you're
Yeah, thank
aged.
you.
You're
I am
aged.
aged.
You're
Yes,
aged.
that's
You're
where
aged.
it's at.
Yeah.
Seasoned.
Seasoned is the word I like.
I like that.
Yeah.
Seasons
I
with
like
a lot
that.
of seasons.
Yeah.
I might use
He's
that now.
seasons with a lot of seasons.
All 7.
Yeah.
All
All
seven
seven.
seasons.
That's a good one. That is a good
All
one.
7 seasons.
All
There you go.
7 seasons.
And then you can do
more
the
than
ooh
7.
sound.
So you
Yeah.
have got all
Ooh.
7 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a, say like a 12.
Yeah.
season.
Keep
12
bragging, honey. Keep
seasons.
bragging. I like it.
It's spicy. It's so spicy.
El Caliente. All
Keep
right.
on going.
I mean, you can.
She said all spicy too.
Yeah. It's funny too, because a lot of people when I first came back, dude, as being a ginger, I was tan, and a lot of people thought I was Mexican. I was
Yeah,
like, really? I was
yeah.
like, my name's Jeremy. And then I just kept with the whole red thing because nobody else remembered who I was because I've been gone for so long.
Yeah.
Because I went to school in Waterfleet and Coloma,
Yeah.
and then I moved to Arizona, and I was just gone through like a predominant time in my life. I left at 12, and I didn't come back, for 9 years after that.
yeah.
So it's like a lot of people transitioned into becoming, they were teenagers and they went through their, the main teenage years. And here I come back. Now I got tattoos. I'm tan. My hair's twisted up. They're like, that's not the kid that left.
Bandana.
Right.
Yeah, bandana
Bandana.
with Arizona on it or
Yeah.
my area code.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Based on the incredible true story.
That's right. Yeah, dude. That's cool, man. Yeah,
Wait to use that button too, but
yeah, it's
It's a
fun.
good one.
That's the first
It's a
time you hit
good
that
one.
button.
Yes.
yeah, it's been
It is the first.
waiting for it, man.
Good job,
It is,
Brett. It's the
thanks,
first time
man.
you hit
That's
that.
a good story. Good
I
job.
mean, it's just truth. It's not a story, man. I've known these guys for 25 plus years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's not a lie.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, actually, as long as I known Day Day and James, yeah, you have.
I mentioned this earlier too. I used to live next door to your dad.
I know.
Down in Lions Park Beach, man. I rented a house down there for a while.
Yeah.
I actually got a
Fucking
3rd degree burn on my hand from mowing the yard
I fucking
with a
suck.
push mower. because Joe's dad came out and was like, "Oh, you finally got your grass mowed. That's cool. I was gonna let you borrow my mower." And I put the mower back in my truck and touched the exhaust. And he was like, "Oh shit, I didn't mean to bother you." I was like, "Damn, that hurt, bro." I was like, "I'll be back."
Yeah. Damn, Joe.
That wasn't me.
No, it
my
wasn't
dad.
Joe. It was
What's
his
your
dad.
dad's name?
Todd.
Todd. Yep.
Todd
Does he still
Field.
do construction?
No, he does plumbing.
Plumbing. Oh, that's what I
He's
knew.
always
I knew he has had hands in something.
Yeah, he always does plumbing. Right now, actually, he owns his own company, but he's laid off right now because he's getting a shoulder. Not what is it?
A rotator cuff?
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
But he's got a sprain. He doesn't have to get the whole surgery. He has to get it. He has to have 6 months off and do the exercise and everything else. Like
So it's got to be like
Replace-
reset or
replace
Yeah,
replace.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
something like that.
The last time I saw your dad, man, it was in Lowe's, and that was probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, if he can't find it at Ace, he has to go to Lowe's. So
I don't deal with a lot of going to the supply stores. We know we call Big C, and they get delivered.
Yeah.
But I ran into him there. He was like, "Wait a minute, you aged and your hair's different." He's like, "You're the same guy, right? Lions Park." I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, burned my hand on the mower. He was like, "Dude," he's like, "You guys were some of the coolest neighbors we had, man. You guys used to throw parties and stuff, and we never
Yeah.
had to worry about you guys because they would throw parties too."
Yeah.
my family's still party.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bust you out.
No, it's all right. They're still
No, it's
partiers.
good. No, Todd was good people, man.
Yeah,
And
they're
I knew-
still partiers.
I knew that he was, always had his hands in something.
Yep.
Their house was always so cool down there. They had,
Yeah.
I believe at that point in time, didn't they still have it painted like blue and
It's still
purple?
blue and purple.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, with the flowers and all that
Everybody
stuff.
loves my house. I mean, even our old camera lady, she said, "Damn, I'm talking to the guy that had the blue and purple house. Your house is so fucking awesome." I went, "Thanks. I know. I've lived there all my life."
It was really cool.
They
'Cause
I keep leaving. They keep sucking me right back in.
Sucking you right back in?
Yeah,
I don't
because
think
it's cheap
so.
as rent. Because I'm family, but
Yeah,
it's in
yeah.
my fucking
Well,
name.
get them to pass it off to you.
it was
It's in my
Right.
fucking name.
it was
Well-
it was cool because we were on Lions Park Drive, but we were on the
Yeah.
opposite side of the beach. But where I lived, you had this one little small window that you could see a little bit of the water. The rent was outrageous. It
My
was
5-year plan. My 5-year plan is those fucking houses are going in the water. I'm gonna have
That's your 5-year plan? Or
Yeah,
the,
I'm gonna have beachfront property.
that's Mother Nature's 5-year plan.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Basically, yeah. Oh,
Joe's
yeah.
just betting on
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
banking on that shit.
Jeez.
Then I can sell the house.
He said, "I'm just going to do this
Tremendous come out.
podcast thing until the house is falling in the lake."
1.2 mil. The houses are selling next door. The house next door to mine sold for 800.
1,000?
800.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So mine
Very nice.
is a 2-story apartment. It's always will be.
Yeah.
Because that's how it was built.
Right.
My family found a plaque. They put it in front of their house and found out when the house was built and when it was finally how it was. And everything has always been a 2-story house. And they always have been a 2-story apartment house.
Right.
And then underneath it says potheads.
Oh, shit.
Of course.
Really?
So-
Oh,
That's the
pothead.
plaque.
It's
That's
a person
the
that
plaque.
has a pot on their head growing plants.
we know what it means,
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah,
we
I
know,
know.
well, we know what it
Yeah,
means.
Mhm.
yeah, definitely.
And that 4-leaf clover on your or 3-leaf clover on your hat is just a cover up.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
I
Should have
whenever-
been 7 or 5-leaf, right?
I've been around that shit all my life. I'm immune to it. Half the time I don't even smell it anymore. I really don't
They
care.
ain't smoking the Keisha then.
Yeah, they are. They are now.
That Keisha.
No.
No, they are now. They are now because the shit that's been growing now, it shit's strong.
And you know what?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
funny that we get on this subject a little bit too, because on the hood of my race car,
Good, you only have
I've
2
got
minutes.
Kush Cabana.
Cush Cabana in Eau Claire, Michigan, the dispensary out there. I believe they're going to be a sponsor on
Oh,
my
hell yeah.
van.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nice.
that third vehicle that I bought is going to be a sponsorship vehicle. So I can
Nice.
start getting someone else to pay
Very
for my race.
He wants me to
Very
drive
good.
it on the
Hey,
track for him.
if we
There you
find
go.
if we find more
do that.
sponsors, we'll
So
drive.
I'm not
it
gonna
one
hold no
time.
mattress.
About the mattress.
No.
Yeah. So I
No.
mean, I've been working, man. I
That's
really
nice.
have.
James, that helps us because if we can sponsor 1 month, we can do
Get a
1 month,
big-
and you can drive out. Hold
Get a
on.
big sticker and give it to us. to put on
You
the
know what?
van.
I'll tell you guys like this. Since you brought us on to the Third Eye,
Yeah.
I would
We
let
just-
you guys drive the race van
Yeah,
and the mattress race.
you should.
Ready for this, Jim?
No, I'm not shitting you. I have the title. It's my race
You
vehicle.
ready for this show? I'm ready for that understeer right here, like this.
Right.
You got to.
Oh, yeah,
brother.
you're driving.
Right.
I ain't driving.
I'll drive. Hell yeah.
But
Good,
listen,
'cause that's
we
my
got.
strong hand.
All right, we might put you guys in the Jeep.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah,
that. I need that van for
the big
sponsorship.
help.
Not you guys going out there tearing it up.
Specials.
That's my strong hand.
No,
Hell yeah.
but I'll say that for my last moment. I'll say that last part.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were getting
Yeah, we're
ready
at
for
10 o'clock.
yeah, we
We're
were
at 10
doing
now,
the,
so.
the final thoughts, guys. What we do on the final thoughts,
yeah,
give
tell
shout outs to whoever you want to, and we'll pass it on around the table. So start off, Red.
Well, first, I just want to give a shout out to you guys, man. Third Eye Truth there, man, for inviting us
Appreciate
on.
it.
You know what I mean? It no hard feelings, Duck, but it started because I was talking little shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm still the alpha ginger, but I give a shout out to my family, my wife, you guys, man. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, no problem.
My first time being on podcast.
Yes, you were a little nervous.
We broke your
And-
cherry.
I
What we got?
know. Oh, you
Oh,
broke
oh,
my
stop
cherry.
it,
Isn't that
Joe.
so
You're supposed to say
sweet?
that.
to say it.
No, you don't.
Thank you so
And
much.
red. And red's cherry.
Oh,
You don't
look.
say that ever again.
Well,
Joe.
Yeah, don't say that in
I
front of
mean-
Red.
I mean, he
Climb the
popped my
tree.
cherry. You might as well say it like that.
Didn't you listen to the podcast, Joe?
Yeah, you put that tree down now. Climb tree.
I love this man right here, Red Corridors,
Red Door Racing.
Red Door Racing.
Yeah, she's
Sorry, Red,
Red Corridor.
He
Corridor.
was staring at me. That's what it was.
But anyway, thank you for having me on and appreciate it.
No problem.
And hopefully be on here again.
Yes, this is
It
fun.
was really fun. I appreciate it.
Joe, go ahead. Fit me sitting around the block.
You know how I get.
I know you get all.
He gets all emotional.
I
Panties
stuff,
get wet.
I do. But thank you for both of you coming on tonight. I asked you to come on, yes, because of what you posted on
My arrogance.
on Eric's page.
We've talked about it before.
But
you know,
but
too.
still,
Yeah,
but still.
me and you have,
Yeah,
Jamie.
yeah.
Yes.
But thank you for coming on. And it's awesome to have you on because we do go way back and everything else that happened in our lives, all our lives. You're an awesome gentleman. I seen you now, seeing who you are now. You improved from being I'll say it like this.
You,
the
go
party
ahead.
wild
I know what
animal.
you were going to say.
The
Go ahead.
party wild animal to the father figure that you want your kids to see who you are. You're a phenomenal person for that. I respect that. I appreciate that because coming from a father myself, you're fucking awesome.
He's
'Cause
fucking awesome.
You are a man that is done many hats, like I said.
Yes.
And for you, you are awesome to find this man and respect
you.
this man, who he is,
Appreciate
and
that,
everything
man.
else. I respect you also.
I appreciate
pound
that,
it.
man.
And for that, please come out and see this man race.
That's
This
right.
man is fucking
Yeah, come
awesome
race.
because see
Come
this
watch
man
him
race
race.
and
That'd be
hoot
great.
and holler. If you're women,
Born
If
to be
you're
a rock
women-
star.
flash your boobs.
I'll flash my boobs, but not on the camera. I will in the car.
So
but that's
I
not
will
allowed.
end on that note. Flash your boobs, women, for this man right here.
That'd be great. He loves boobies.
Yes, I do.
Show your appreciation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Boobies
I'm
and
not gonna
racing,
get
baby.
mad.
Boobies and racing.
I mean, that's about it. I want
Oh
to show
man.
boobs.
All right, guys. Red Stephanie, guys, thank you for coming out. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
guys.
Absolutely.
Dude, man, known
I
you for a
appreciate
long
it.
time, brother.
Yes, sir.
You've become one of my favorite people over the years, man. I do it every time I see you. We're always laughing up,
Mhm.
always, and we go back and talk about stuff. That's awesome, man. I love to see where I like where you're at right now. This is
Thank you.
the Red that nobody else gets to see a lot.
Yeah.
It's just
Mhm.
kinder. I won't say. I'm gonna say it.
Control.
Control,
Okay.
yes.
Yes, I'll put it like that.
Controlled.
Yes.
He's found himself, peace with himself.
I have. Thank you for that. Thanks for noticing that.
And you found peace with yourself, and now you're driving in a chaotic. This is where you should be,
This is
man.
where, yes,
Yeah.
This
where
is
you
exactly
get-
you should
yes,
be, man.
Yes,
This whole thing with you racing personifies everything you love doing. Being out of control sometimes, but staying in control.
Yes, sir.
Once you learn how to do that, you found joy in it,
I did.
and it's a beautiful thing to see that, man. Stephanie, think we bring this man to his calm space
I appreciate it.
because
You know,
without you,
You know how many people told me that? Like, what did you do?
without
I didn't
you,
do nothing, James. I'm just like, I loved him. I'm here for him.
that's exactly what you
And that's
needed.
what I,
It's just a
That's it.
support.
that's it.
That's what exactly what he needed.
That's all he needed.
That's all he needed.
It
in his
didn't
life.
change him or
Yeah.
nothing. But
That's
I love
exactly,
you.
yeah, that's exactly what he needed in his life. And for you bring that peace into this
I
man,
really appreciate that. Thank you.
that
Thank you
I
for
love seeing
noticing
it.
that.
I love seeing it. I love seeing it.
You love
And you being the dad that you are,
You know
I
I
already
love
knew.
you.
I knew you were gonna be that.
Yeah,
I knew you were gonna be that.
that was something I just, I first thought it was going to happen when it happened.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Yep.
Once you found her and you guys married.
You
got
remember
married.
how it was when we was
Yeah.
over there at Czars and it was
Yeah.
Team Ivy. You saw the
Yeah,
love.
yeah,
That's how it
yeah,
always was.
yeah,
We
yeah.
were everywhere.
Yeah,
What
you
talking
did.
about?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
and she
did.
wrote some nasty stuff in the bathroom. You had to erase.
Why you gotta remind me of that?
Because it was my
it's
name.
been over now.
It was
It was my
bad.
name on the mirror.
It was on a mirror. It was dirty words
No,
on a mirror.
it's all painted over now. The bathrooms are all
The
painted
mirror's
over,
cleaned
so-
off.
It was
Yeah.
bad. It was
Bathrooms
bad.
cleaned up.
It was bad.
Me and James were both in there, so
And they both saw it. They
I
were like,
always go
really?
there and check out the writing on the wall.
It's
See who wrote
horrible.
what.
yeah,
You should have took pictures of everything.
No, I didn't know.
No,
It's
she-
all up here. It's
Oh,
all
she
up here.
she
Okay,
took
yeah, yeah.
pictures.
It's all up
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, no,
We were all
yeah,
in
I
there.
got,
It's in her Facebook memories.
it is. It is. It'll probably pop up here soon. Watch again.
But in a serious note, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate you guys coming out.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
This
us.
is a good show. I love this show.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
it.
my
Thank you
so much
so
fun.
much for having us out.
thanks
It
for
was
having
fun.
my
I'm glad
smart
you
ass.
found your space here too, because you were
Yeah.
nervous from the beginning.
I haven't been out this late in a long time.
That's good. Gotta get you out of your
And like I
element.
said, man, thanks for having me on, for me being a smart ass. And like I said, no disrespect to Eric Tuck Middleton, man.
No,
Brush,
no, no.
Berry
No,
County
it's
Brush
not.
Brothers, dude. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm still the alpha ginger.
We don't. Yeah.
We
You
have
are the alpha
Corey
ginger.
Pfister on next
All
week.
right, guys. What's that?
Corey Pfister on next week.
Corey
Oh,
Pfister. Yeah.
that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's
Cool.
on next
Cool.
Monday.
Yeah.
Guys, for those that watch on YouTube, please like and subscribe
You better subscribe.
and hit that bell
Subscribe,
notification so you can get
subscribe.
more content that we put out every week, Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. on this live channel.
If you don't subscribe, I'll put you in the wall.
And you won't be in good hands anymore.
All
right, guys.
You over gas.
Guys, we love you guys so much. Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna get off this stage.
Rubbin's
get going.
racing.
Get these guys going home. They're out late.
Peace out.
All right, guys.